Obsession is a horror movie about how girls can be so damn clingy. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, and I think it operates as a litmus test for how men view consent. And hey, guys, y'all are failing.
Hmm.
Get your bingo cards ready. And let's
Let's get
get scared.
scared.
Hello, welcome to the Nine Lives Horror Club, where we recap and analyze horror movies to break down the real life horrors we're all too scared to talk about. I'm Cheyenne. I bring the analysis and antagonize Ben.
And I'm Ben. I bring overly passionate hot takes. And today we are talking about like the hit of 2026, Obsession.
Woo! Yay! Yay! We're gonna pause so everyone who has requested this from us can have a moment to clap. I know they're very
Oh my
excited.
goodness.
But before we get into Obsession, we do have some spooky rants, and
Hmm.
there will be timestamps in the show notes below if you want to skip ahead. So, Ben, tell me about your spooky rant.
So for my spooky rant, I finally, for the first time this summer, I think I've mentioned on the pod before, I love a good like little bonfire, little fire pit moment. It's one of my favorites. It's so relaxing, so fresh. 4th of July, I thought I'd get that, but the Airbnb we were staying at actually kind of lied about the fire pit.
Oh,
But then this past week, I got to go to my friends who had like their own fire pit they built. It was amazing,
oh,
and I had the time of my life. But now,
fun.
Cheyenne, I sat outside for a long time next to that fire pit, and it is late summer.
Okay.
I haven't been eaten alive by bugs. And I'm
Oh,
gonna show you this, 'cause I'm going to point out to let you see my arm. If you can tell,
holy
it's
shit,
like
dude!
my entire body. That's my entire body right now. My feet are like
Hey, you
that.
look like you have something going
It
on.
looks bad. I was it looks so bad. Yeah,
I'm so sorry, but
it goes all up the arm. It's on my back. It's like everywhere. It's all over my legs. I don't understand how I didn't like. I don't remember there being a lot of bugs. I don't remember it. But I am now
you didn't feel them.
extremely itchy all over my body.
Ooh, that's brutal.
It
That
is
looks really bad.
it is so frustrating because I'm like, dang, I was really enjoying myself. And I still
I
stand
hate.
by like being out there that long. I don't regret it. But these
Right,
bugs are
right.
crazy.
Bugs be crazy. Am I right, brother?
It's
I fucking hate mosquito bites, dude. I used like I'm a tweaker anyway. I would be scratching that shit till it's
there's a
bleeding. You got to get some afterbite.
there's a little bit aspect to like scratching that is satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I know I can sit down and just like really like not work on an itch, but like I mean I'm very careful not to be like scratching to the point that it's like scabby or anything. I'm gonna like I'll focus on a
Ooh,
rub kind of thing. I'm smart like that.
ooh, I have no control. I have no control with a bug bite.
But it's just like it's all over me.
You should talk to Katie because she just had a thing on our beach trip that's some kind of little electric thing, and like you pretty much zap your bug bite
Oh,
and
I
it
think I've
stops
seen
itching.
these things. I think I saw 'em, like TikTok shop.
Allegedly it hurts a little bit,
Of course,
but
you're like you're zapping the skin.
but she said it works really well.
I don't understand
So
how that
if
would
you
work.
are suffering,
That's too much. That's
I
a
don't know.
lot of zaps I gotta
I don't know.
do.
It's like laser hair removal.
I'm not even kidding. My foot is like a different shape because of the amount of bug bites in my foot.
Ew, ew.
Like,
I don't like that. I
I
don't
hate
like
to give
that.
you that visual. I'm very sorry to give you that visual.
The substance was last week, man.
That was the body horror one.
Okay, that is quite scary and spooky, and I'm so sorry for you. I hope you find peace. That is, but I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
looks
Just
so
now that I
bad.
pointed out, that's why I said I made a point. When we started the call, it's like keep your arms low, or if you show anything, it's only this part.
Oh my
No,
god. Oh my god.
I
You look
look,
like you have a
I
disease.
look
I'm so
sickly.
sorry. Okay, well, in a very different tone, my spooky rant, everyone. You probably may have noticed that some things were a little late this week. Our little B post came out literally 8 minutes before we started recording. Because your girl had a depressive episode week.
What was posted 8
Because
minutes?
the meme post that goes up every Friday
Oh,
morning,
yes.
it came out at 5:55 before we started recording. Because I just simply couldn't get it done this week. I don't know what happened. That's a lie. I know exactly what happened this week, but my sense of like getting things done was gone. Because you all may recall, I had a few jobs lined up. Not lined up. I had a few jobs in the pipeline that were like moving and
Yes.
grooving and doing really, really well.
Some
The one that was doing the
hopefuls.
bestest, the one that was doing the bestest, was doing the most, had fantastic, really good vibes. They said no. So that sent me down a cute little spiral for the week. And we're still in it. We're still dealing with it. Mostly it's been the cute like they give you their little contact timeline of when things are going to happen and then we're just simply not sticking to it. We're simply not sticking
Mhm.
to that, which is how it goes.
I feel like it goes
But
pretty
not
frequently,
knowing,
which is very frustrating.
well, it's just like the not having an answer is worse than having the
No,
answer.
exactly. That's why low key one of the best parts about being a teacher is not having to do that whole dealio. I just take my application and I send it to a school district and I wait to
They
hear
just pick
back.
one for you.
And they'll go
Hmm.
and you just take whatever school they give you at that point. But I don't have to like
Yeah.
I think there was like once or twice like you get interviewed by a school and like I don't think I ever heard back from anybody. They just kind of ghosted me after that point. But you just wait till the next school calls and it was like it's not like you are too active in that process unless you know for sure there's a place you want to go to, then you can be more active, but I've not
Okay.
been.
Yeah, this it was just the one that had the best vibes and I was like
Yeah.
fully in my mind I had that
You're
like she
envisioning that
was mine.
future already.
We were manifesting. It
Hmm.
was mine. I had it done. And then I didn't. I was going to make a transition, but I can't think of one. That said, all of that said, it's been a very down week for me because the other ones that are in the working pipeline have been radio silent as well,
Hmm.
which in my mind, I'm now like, so it's a no. So I'm not getting any of them. And the whole process has just kind of brought me to a point where I had another interview this past Wednesday that went super well. And usually after an interview that goes really well, I ride the high of like
Yeah,
charming
but
people.
now you're
I
kind
love
of
it. I'm
paranoid
like,
that maybe things can
it's
happen.
not even
Yeah.
paranoid. I'm just straight up like, it doesn't fucking matter how good I did. It literally doesn't matter. Which I would love to say that that's not true. I don't know that it's not true, though. I think it's a little bit true.
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
but it's fine.
you could um work at a music store because according to this week's movie,
Transition.
they need so much employment.
They need so many people at all times. That was good. I
Tyler,
like that. That was good. So Ben, I actually have some movie facts for you.
tell me about some movie facts about Obsession, the
So
movie about a
Obsession,
music store with too many employees.
have you ever seen those YouTube videos that's like guess the movie on a bad summary?
That's it.
You should do that.
Mm.
You should make those. Anyways, Obsession famously came out this year,
Mhm.
2026. And it was filmed in the general LA area. Our director and writer is Curry Barker. I don't usually include a ton of information about the directors and writers, but I do think it's a little bit relevant
I think
to
this one's
say
very
that
relevant.
this, yes, he is known for a short film that we have on our list to cover, which is Milk and Cereal,
Hmm.
and most famously, the YouTube show That's a Bad Idea, which is a sketch comedy show.
Yes.
I have to assume I've seen some
You must
of
have
it.
because like I mean just scrolling through TikTok you're going to encounter them. I think
Mm-hmm.
less so now just because he probably is making fewer
Oh, yeah,
because now he's got
I
actual
would think
career
so.
going on. But like there was a lot. The one of my favorites, which is so stupid, so silly, was just his friend who stars in this movie. being like, "Are you gonna oh, we're going to the beach. Are you gonna come?" He goes, "I don't want to come." And like that's the whole bit is that he's saying, "I don't want to come." Like CUM, and
Uh-huh.
his friend's like, "No, everyone wants you to come." COME. That's the whole bit. It's like a 2 or 3 minute long video. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my
Oh,
life. I
is
don't.
it?
Why do they want me to come?
Oh my god,
Hilarious.
that's so silly.
Hilarious.
Silly. This movie stars Michael Johnston. Michael Johnston.
Hmm.
And I had to say it like that because I grew up with a kid named. So Michael Johnston plays Bear.
Hmm.
He is also known for voicing Danny in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game, which I
Okay.
just thought that was
Okay.
fun. He did some voice work for Demon Slayer between
I
all of the
forgot about
Demon
that.
Slayer
I forgot
things.
about that, but it's a very minor character, so it's kind of less
Oh.
exciting.
And he's mostly done a lot of voice work specifically for anime things.
Any other big ones besides Demon Slayer?
I don't know.
Oh,
You know I don't know.
you should watch anime.
So we also have Indy Navarrete as Nikki, who is in Superman 7 as Lois, which is a TV show. And 13 Reasons Why. I don't remember her in 13 Reasons Why,
She must have been like a child on that though.
but funny that she was a 13. I was like, that's random. And then we also have Cooper Tomlinson as Ian,
Hmm.
who was also in Milk and Cereal,
Yes,
and
he's like
That's a Bad
Cory
Idea.
Barker's like creative partner, I feel like.
Okay. And he's had many more like shorts. He does a lot of shorts acting.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we have Megan Lawless as Sarah. And I had to include her because her last name is really good. That's a good name. Megan Lawless goes hard. So, Ben, no depression section for you this week because this movie
It's
was
this
made here and
year.
now.
Inflation hasn't hit it yet. It's
It's
beautiful.
nice. Now, this movie has a crazy turnaround on budget
Yes.
versus income. Our budget was
Which is
$750,000.
crazy. That's so
Nothing.
crazy.
And so in the domestic box office, it made 261.4 million domestic. And in the worldwide box office, it has made over $458 million.
Holy shit. I
It
didn't
did
think
not
I
give a solid answer because I think it's still in theaters some places.
but that's still such a wildly successful run. Like God,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah. These people are rich. So some immediate fun facts for you. This movie was filmed in 20 days and premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. The distribution rights were bought for $15 million, with the bidding war ending in approximately 24 hours. It became the highest price commanded by a genre film in the history of the Toronto Film Festival. So it came out the box really successful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a
Now, but
solid
Ben,
marketing campaign.
Ben, I think you'll love this fact. The
Ooh.
music store that we
Yes,
see
Summit Music Store.
in the
It's a real
movie
music store, right?
is the same. Hmm?
Is it a real music store?
It's the same one used in Wayne's World.
Oh, so probably not a real one. That's so
I don't
it
know.
must be a real one because why would there just be a music store set just sitting around?
Just waiting to be.
Because we're
Yeah, there
talking like a
probably is.
30-year difference.
Yeah. And then lastly, to set the tone for filming, Curry arranged the cast to have a viewing party of Hereditary at Johnston's house. Indy is apparently like really sensitive to
Mm.
horror movies and ran out of the room screaming
That's
during
so
the
funny.
viewing.
Because I'm not mistaken. Do you know who she's dating?
No.
She is dating. I could be like wrong on this, but I think I'm like 90% positive I'm right. The little boy from It, chapter 2, who gets chomped
Sure.
on.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen those.
What? You haven't seen It?
I tried to watch the first one, like the new first one,
Yeah,
a
that's what
couple
I'm
years
talking about.
ago, and I just
Oh. Well, her
It's if something doesn't get me like right away, I'm like not into it.
that's a shame.
But if it wins a poll, I will watch it. So, and then Ben, we have some trigger warnings. Please let me know if I missed any. I included SA,
Yes.
self harm,
Yes.
suicide. We do have death of a cat and abuse of its remains,
Yeah.
toxic dynamics, and general abuse. Just kind
Yes,
of
I would say
happening.
a lot of abuse, heavy on the sexual abuse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I watched this on
I
Peacock
also watched
for
on
free.
Peacock. You say for free. You do
For
pay
free.
for Peacock. So
My mommy pays for Peacock. I don't pay for it. So Ben,
yes.
let's go to the music store and do some work.
Yes, let me tell you about this movie. Let's talk about the movie, what happened. So first I want to say from the jump, I want to say the soundtrack of this movie is so good. I love the soundtrack, even like the little
Mhm,
sting, which I assume they wrote for the movie. Like,
mhm.
you know what I'm talking about, because it's the
I
classic
do.
one. It's so good. It opens up.
I have to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt you.
Is there weird audio?
I forgot Bevy on the pod. I forgot Bevy on the pod.
Oh, okay.
Do you have Bevy on the pod?
I do. I do. I've got myself some Downy cider.
Downey, I've not heard of them.
They're good. I went to Total Wine and they have it. And then I
Okay, okay.
also got myself just a nice ginger ale.
Oh, we don't have any protein soda right
No, because
now.
I drank the protein soda an hour ago.
I can't wait for you to see the memes I just posted. I have a truly unruly ready to go, and my sparkling waters today, mixing it up.
Going
We got a
crazy.
bubbly. We got a bubbly. And so Ben, I'm so sorry. Back to the
Back
soundtrack.
to this. No, back to the movie. I'm gonna get to the movie
Oh, okay.
because
Fuck the soundtrack.
Obsession starts off with we meet Bear, who's just given like a corny speech talking about how much he's in love with this girl Nikki. He's like, "I've loved you since we were kids. I'm bearing my soul to you." Um, and like and we see the girl he's talking to is like this super super pretty girl. And like while he's in the middle of giving this speech, I think he gets interrupted by his friend, who's just like, "That sucks. That's bad. Don't do this." And we realize, okay, practicing a speech on a waitress. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the waitress, and it wasn't I don't think it was a bad speech. Do you think it was a bad speech? As a woman, do you think
No.
it was a bad speech?
I think because I walked in knowing the premise, I was like,
You immediately realize the ick by Bear. You go, shut up. Yeah, because
yeah.
I don't
Also,
know.
just like as we come to learn, even remove everything, he just gives me the ick.
He's not a good person.
He just has
Because like
bad
the
vibes.
waitress
He
was
has
like,
kind
"Oh,
of
I thought it
rancid
was cute.
vibes.
I thought it was sweet, but maybe she was working for that tip. I don't know. I hope they tipped her pretty well because she sat down on her shift and like kind of role played this little um confession. And so yeah, so Bear and Ian are kind of discussing how Bear has had a crush on this girl for like what did they say, like 7 years, 8 years, a long time. I think they went to middle school together. Their ages were
Sure.
always so unclear to me while watching this
They can go to bars and drink.
because I'm like, yes, they can go to bars, they can drink. I assume like they all met at this music store, but it seems like most of them are all the same age. Maybe Ian's a little bit older, but it's hard to get a sense of it, honestly.
Yeah.
But so like while oh my god, I put down Ian's name was Bill for a lot of my notes. I don't know why I thought his name was Bill. I
Who the hell's Bill?
don't know Bill's. I'm like I read Bill does this. No, he doesn't. There's no Bill.
Bill's not here.
Ian's was trying to like give advice, like you gotta flirt with her, tease her, talk about freaky Nikki, which is like I guess her nickname when she was middle school, high school. Like be mean playfully. We
Works
also
so
find
good.
out they go to like they go to trivia nights every Wednesday, which I'm like, how fun. I wish. I wish I could consistently do a thing like that. But I just
Yes.
No, I couldn't. Oh, he's like, oh, I'm gonna tell her during trivia night. I'm gonna ask her out then. He's like, no. Ian's like, no, you can't ask her out then. That's so precious to me. Do it some other time.
Ian is such an odd character, and we'll talk about it.
Ian is an odd character. I think he's a very real character. I think he's probably the most like, oh, that's a real person. I feel like. Actually, no. Unfortunately, Bear's also a real person. Bear goes home after this little like practice sesh, and he does find his cat Sandy is dead. She's on dead on the floor. She got into some like oxy that was left out that was prescribed to Bear's grandma, who we later find out is dead.
Uh-huh. Mind you, them pills had a child lock lid on them.
We that's I do wish the movie went more into like a little bit of this because like obviously from that point it was clear he was like self-medicating, but I don't think he ever is seen to be like taking any pills or anything. They just are there.
Yeah.
But so his cat's dead. He's like sobbing, trying to clean it up. Nikki calls him and is like, "You have to come out to trivia. It's so we love trivia." And he's like trying to bail. He's like, "No, I don't. My like he's not saying his cat died, but he's just saying I'm busy with other stuff. I can't." And then she reveals like, "Okay, I'm actually going to be leaving. I'm moving our away from our music store. It's going to be understaffed with the 4 people who work there." So
Plus the boss.
and so she's like, you have to come out because you won't have me forever." And me, we're like, okay, he's running out of time. He's got to make his move fast. On the phone, she also like, I guess she
Oh.
has she's a crystal girl. So she drops her crystal necklace and it's
Mhm.
like ruined. And so he's like, oh, I'll go buy her a new like crystal.
Which is sweet. That's cute.
That's cute. I do think her reaction is like, that's not cute.
Yeah.
Also, this movie does a thing. I think movies do this. Maybe I'm just so like lazy. But I'm just like, y'all are doing so much activities in a late afternoon. Like, how are
Maybe
you?
it's Friday.
Like, it's
Maybe it's a
clearly
Saturday.
dark out, and she's like, "Aren't you coming to trivia?" And he decides, "Okay, I'm gonna
Maybe
go to
it's
trivia."
wintertime.
And then he also has time to swing by a music or a magic shop to go buy a
Maybe it's
new
a small town.
crystal. I just like that's an hour and a half, like regardless how far away, maybe 10 minutes away. I need to slot out an hour and a half for that. What time does trivia start? By like 9:30?
You need an hour and a half to go to a store and get one crystal?
Possibly, I'm gonna plan that out.
Okay.
Trips, whenever I'm going to a shop or store, it always takes longer than I anticipate. But he's got the time.
Okay. He's got it.
So
All he has is time, according to Ian.
Bear is going to this little magic shop looking for a crystal. Nothing's speaking to him. Which I'm like, you're there for that crystal. But I did read actually there is another cut where he does buy a crystal and give it to Nikki, but
Hmm.
audiences are bored of it. So they're like, let's just cut that out. Who
Oh.
cares? Instead of crystal though, he sees a little novelty thing, a one wish willow that will
Yeah.
grant anyone like one wish. He's gotta like break this little like magic stick. And for some reason he decides to buy that. I don't know what drew him to it. The person wearing the calendar is like, don't complain about this because people complain all the time, which is a weird thing to
She was
say.
funny. She was funny.
She clearly does not work on commission. So
Ben, I feel like you would treat people like that just for shits and gigs.
mm-mm.
If you worked at a place,
I do work at a place and I'm so aggressive. I also work for tips though, so
you could tip. Yeah.
I'm like, hi, of course, dude, I got you. What do you need? Yes. She's not that energy. She really doesn't give a fuck about him. They're also
Mm-mm.
closing within like 5 minutes. And actually, that was me last night at three,
Oh, okay.
sorry, 2:55 a.m. when some guys came in asking to dine in. I'm like, no, we are closing in 5 minutes.
No.
We're done.
No, you absolutely are not doing that.
They got their
Goodbye.
order. They walked outside, and they were banging on the door to come back in. I ignored them because I said we are past
Good.
closing.
Good for you.
Um, but then so he gets his little gift, goes to trivia night, which is at Barker's Pub.
I didn't even notice
Cory
that.
Barker. And
Cute,
you
cute.
one person you did forget to mention in your cast list is the bartender.
What the hell?
The bartender is very funny because he was on TikTok and he was going like he's friends with Curry Barker, I think, or friends with
Oh,
somebody.
okay.
And he's like, "Yeah, I am a nepo hire. I fought hard for this role or something to be a
Okay,
background
diva.
character." I loved him.
Diva up, diva up.
But we see like so we got a little friend group here, and that friend group is Ian, Nikki, Sarah, and Bear. I wish I was in this friend group. I wish I was in Bear's place. That's how I feel. I just think Sarah. At least I think Sarah and Nikki were so cool. But like y'all just they genuinely are
Yes.
both just like cool girl energy. Nikki is like
Yes.
hardcore cool girl energy, and I think they try to really lean into
Yes.
that. Bear's like trying to be flirty, but it's like super weird. It's like he's trying every chance he can to like be alone with Nikki. Like he's asking Ian, like, "Oh, like get lost, like leave it, we gotta be alone." And Ian's like not giving him the chance because he doesn't want him to ask her out
It's
there.
fucking trivia night, dog.
It's
It's
trivia night.
trivia
That
night.
is sacred. Honestly, I respect Ian for that because I would feel the same way. Like that shit, would be sacred. But he like kind of like goes to like talk with Nikki at the bar. They're flirting. I think this is probably. I read that they filmed some of these scenes twice. Where one they had Nikki or Indy act as though she was like also like having a crush on Bear, and one where she didn't, which I think is really fun,
Yes.
kind of playing
Hmm.
with that.
And they spliced them together.
Yes, which I think is so fun. I'm like, that is actually a really
It
cool
is.
way of doing it to even leave us wondering. I'm like, does she like him or not? I do think she doesn't.
Uh huh. We have an answer.
Do we have an answer?
We have a really
Does the
clear
movie say
answer.
the
Yes, we
answer?
do.
Oh,
Yes. A couple times.
but it's like, well, he's like not asking her out, even though it's like the chances keeps popping up while he's alone with her. And this is my favorite
Yeah.
thing is then just Ian walks up with Sarah and he goes like, "Oh man, Sarah's dad. Do y'all know Sarah's dad keeps a gun in the workroom safe?" Okay, okay, so there's Chekhov's gun, literally.
Didn't click. Did not click.
But that's what the gun is.
Yes. Did
Yes,
not
that's
click.
why that line exists. Is so you go, "There's a gun. A gun will pop up
I thought
later in the
Ian was
story."
just. I thought Ian was just coming over and saying some fuck shit so he could get in the middle of it.
And I don't know why I wrote out Chekhov's cock block. Oh, because that kind of him
Well.
saying this kind of gets in the way of the flirting.
Uh huh.
And eventually they all like everyone kind of walks away except for Bear and Sarah. And Sarah is like kind of checking with him, and he tells her like, "Oh yeah, my cat died," and she's like trying to be supportive of him. They're very cute together.
Yeah.
She so clearly like has
Yes.
a crush on him from the
Yes.
jump. They also tell us that she's like applying to art school as well. I like Sarah a lot. Sarah's probably one of my favorite
Sarah's dope.
character. At the end of the
You have
night,
so many to choose from.
they're trying to like leave. Nikki wants to go home. She's like, "I'm tired." Ian and Sarah want to keep partying, and Bear sees like, "This is my chance. Nikki, I'll drive you home." You're like, okay. But even though it's not like he's driving her home, he's still not really making a move. He's still just kind of like keeping her at a distance. And we find out that she's leaving because she's not happy with in the town they live in. She wants to become a writer. She needs to go feel love somewhere. She needs to experience life. And Bear's just like so pissed off. He's so irritated, you can tell. And she also says that like the book she's writing, it's not a love story, or it's not a romance, it's a love story,
Hmm.
which I don't understand. I understand there's a meaning there, but I don't get it because I wouldn't consider any of this movie to be a love story. Oh, but Nikki is like kind of in this conversation trying to like pull information and be like, "Hey, how do you feel about Sarah? Like, do you like have a
She's
crush
wing
on
womaning.
her? Like, we were talking and like, do you have a crush on her? It'd be so cool. How do you feel about her?" Like middle school level kind of thing. And even he's like, "She's so
Yeah.
obvious," which she is, but who cares?
She's also so cute.
Yeah, Sarah. I if Bear was not Bear, I would ship him and Sarah so hard.
Yes. Yes.
Like I was like every time there's a scene of just like their scenes, I'm like, this is cute. I want that
Yeah.
person.
Yes.
And so like Nikki gets out of the car, Bear's oh, he does say tell her, I have a gift for you. And she says, ew, gross. Now I'm scared. And he's just like, that's weird that you react that way. When she gets out, he tries doing the like be mean to be flirty thing, and he calls her Freaky Nikki, hisses her off. She's mad, and she does full stop go, do you like me? Because now's your chance. And he's like, as a friend, he's too scared to commit. So she just goes inside. She's fucking done. But then he takes out that little one wish willow. He looks at it. He's thinking. He's pondering. And he makes like the I wish Nikki would love me more than anyone else. And like immediately, I do respect how quick this is. He looks back.
Oh yeah,
He's just
it is cool.
sitting, like all creepy. And I want to take this chance to like Indy Navarrette's performance is so good. I genuinely like this is my second watch of it. I was like, I cannot
Uh-huh.
fathom how she's changing expressions so quickly. It's so impressive. Like she's coming me back. She's going back and forth, kind of like trying to keep the conversation going, trying to get him inside. And I think she's like, I can't even describe it all because she's kind of jumps back and forth from subject to subject
Yeah.
to try to keep this kind of conversation going.
Hmm.
Um, like she's like, "Oh, you should come inside. Your cat died. You're so sad." Like, "Oh my god." I think first she says, "My cat died. My cat died. I can't be alone." And he's like, "What?" And she
Hmm.
goes, "No, your cat died. You should come inside. Like, we should do that." And he's like so freaked out. He's not buying it. And she has this moment where you can see real Nikki comes back out,
Uh-huh.
where she kind of looks around confused for half a second, chuckles that she's acting weird, and then she's back to being weird. And she's like, let's go to your place. I don't want to be at mine. I'm too sad. And she tells him her dad is dying.
So really quick before
Yes.
we get into that, right before that, when she's still outside of the car, there's a moment. It ties into what you said about her performance. There's a moment where she's going back and forth with Bear, and Bear's like, "You're being so weird. You're freaking me out. Like, are you okay?" And
Yeah.
he's being smiley and giggly about it. And he's saying something about like he's not going to go in the house. He's just going to go home.
Yeah.
And Nikki says, "I know what you're trying to do," like kind of flirty. And then this is like right around the time she has the moment of like, "Oh, I'm being so weird."
Yeah, where real Nikki kind of pops back in.
So part of like what she's doing to be weird is she goes to turn around to leave, but she turns left and then she turns right before she actually turns around. So it looks like she's discombobulated. What actually happened is Indy forgot which direction she was supposed to turn. So she did both, but they liked the way it looked, so they kept
That's
it.
very funny. That's very funny. I like that because
It added to it.
it does. She character acting so weird. Her character's just desperately
Uh-huh.
trying to go back to his place or just like be with him. And so eventually he's like, because of the story of her dad dying, he's like, okay, fine, we'll go back to my place. You can stay with me tonight. And Bear is very like unsure what's happening. He seems like confused, nervous, not really sure how to react.
Yeah.
Um, oh, and they kind of explain why his place is so nice. Because he has a nice place. Like the place he lives in is a really good place for someone who
Hmm.
works at an overstaffed music store. And he's like, "Oh, this was my grandma's before she passed away. She left it to me." So he's got this like huge ass
Sick setup.
apartment. Huge
It's
ass
a
apartment.
house.
Is it a house?
It's a house.
I thought it was an apartment.
Oh, I thought it was a full
Because
house.
the entrance is on like a second floor,
Oh,
right?
I missed that.
I
I
could
don't
be
know.
wrong, but I just could have sworn every time we see her talking and like when he talks to her in the doorway, there's like a ledge behind her.
Huh,
I could be wrong.
huh.
It's a big place. It's a nice place. You're not paying for this with your music store job as a
No.
single person. And so throughout this whole like kind of a night, she's like, "Don't, I can't be alone. I'm so nervous. Oh, I want you can be in here with me, it's gonna be okay. Oh, and then they do start they start kissing.
Hmm.
They're making out, and once again we see real Nikki kind of pops back in. Is where she has this such a good moment of like fear in her face, and then like what's happening. Sees Bear, screams even more before fake Nikki pops back up, and she's like, "That was so crazy! Oh my god, that's so weird."
Hmm. I have another fact if you want it.
Yes, please.
So Indy apparently was like very chill this whole time. Not like her personality is just like very muted,
Yeah.
kind of on set apparently. And then so they got to this scene and they were like not sure how she was gonna do because it's so many different things
Yeah.
happening at one time. They did it one take and took it, and they were
She's
like,
so
"She got
good.
it."
She's so good. It's like I genuinely cannot stress enough how good she is at changing her face at any moment.
Yes,
To,
it's not even her face, but also the emotion she's conveying, like down to
yes,
tiny muscles and her
it's
tone,
so crazy to
everything.
me. It's so crazy to
Yeah,
me. I genuinely can't believe it.
no, generational talent right there for sure.
Hmm. So like they're having a moment, but I don't think they go much farther because he's just like kind of freaked out. Does he do Chat GPT to like look up One Wish Willow at this point? Does he do that later?
I didn't. I thought he was just googling. To be so for real with you, I did not clock it that
He
hard.
used AI. It was AI.
Oh,
Yes, yeah, no, and that's part of people have noticed. Like he uses AI to find information.
interesting,
Because if
interesting,
you look
interesting.
closely, I've noticed this, but I've seen on like TikTok when he was like other things in his search history were things about his like grandma, like oh
Um,
retirement homes, yada yada yada. I think something about
uh,
Oxy as well was like in his or in his like AI chat history. Hmm.
no, I did not notice that at all. That's interesting.
I can't remember if this when he looks this up or if he looks it up maybe at a later scene, but he does look up like the One Wish Willow, and like we
Mhm.
just see like it's like a Reddit. People going like, "It's real.
Yeah.
No, it's fake. No, it's real. It's crazy. No, it's just a stupid fake thing." So we're not even getting a clear answer.
Mhm.
But we just know there
Mm-mm.
is still like people who like this is a real thing that might be happening. In the morning though, he wakes up and Nikki has made a memorial for his dead cat, which is weird.
And it is.
That like where was the body at? Where did he dispose did he just leave the body somewhere?
We saw him. We saw him put it in a trash bag.
In which case, this could be almost sweet if it wasn't like a weird memorial in the kitchen. Maybe it was just buried.
This thing that he supposedly loves so much, he put it in a trash
No, and
bag.
yeah, him and this cat is I think a symbol of like how Bear acts. It's a thing he loved, but he doesn't focus on it too much. And I think it's because I think the obsession's him because he's obsessed with Nikki. So he's kind of like reacts. He just kind of goes, "No, no, Nick, you can't do this." They go to their music store job. There's 4 employees and the owner, who's Andy fucking Richter, by the way. Do you know who Andy
Oh,
Richter is?
I know the name.
It's Andy Richter is the music store owner, who's also Sarah's dad,
Uh huh.
and he's blurry in every shot. He's in the like background is a blurry person. I'm like, that's Andy fucking Richter right there.
Now I gotta look up what he's been in now.
He's
You keep talking about.
he's not like a famous for being in stuff. He's famously like one of those like talk show sidekicks from Conan O'Brien,
Oh yeah.
and then he is just appears in things like as like a character actor, really. And it's just so
What
crazy.
a fun side mission for him.
It's so crazy. While they're clocking in, Bear pulls Ian to the side and goes, "Oh my god, dude, I'm freaking the fuck out. Like Nikki's been acting so weird. We went home and like this was something happening. I don't know what's going on." But he's just like, "I don't get it. Like this how it happened." And Ian seems like he doesn't believe him. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And I love in the background
Hmm.
we can see blurred out in the background, just like Andy Richter is in every freaking scene. We see Indy just kind of just staring at them the whole time. The whole time. I think then, yep, exactly. Exactly like that.
think
We cut to like
generational talent
we
right here.
cut to the end of the scene, and it's my favorite thing. There's four employees working in this music shop. This music shop does not seem too nice. It's like along the side of the road. Four employees plus the boss. They come out and go, "Whoo, what a shift! I need a drink after that." What the fuck kind of shit's going down to the music store where y'all need? You're like, I'm exhausted.
Me at the day club where I hang out.
Yup. Ian decides.
Somebody wanted a singular birthday balloon. I need a shot right now.
I think this is when like Ian's like takes Nikki home. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive Nikki instead, not Bear." So like I assume it's a little time for Ian to talk to Nikki about like, "Hey, you're being weird, yada yada." But we don't ever see this conversation. I don't really know what this conversation looked like. But that night, Nikki appears at Bear's doorstep, and she goes, "I'm so sorry, I was on drugs. I was just so nervous, but I do have feelings for you." Like she does kind of like stress this idea of like, I really like you, but like that's how it gets. So I was like, that's why the backing's so weird. Bears, and then she asked Bear again, "Do you like me?" Like the exact same question, but I think now because he's feeling emboldened because he's less happy to be vulnerable. He's like, "Yeah, I like you,"
Uh huh.
and we get a love montage of them like dating.
Oh well, you back up,
What am
back
I
up. You're missing
skipping?
a
I'm
vital
not.
part of that
I'm really
conversation.
not.
You are. You are. She starts talking about she's apologizing for being on drugs,
Yeah,
and then she is like, "But I don't think that you took advantage of me." And he immediately was like, "I didn't even take advantage of you. I didn't know you were on drugs." And she's like, "No, I know." And he's like,
well, I
"You
mean,
came to me and you were on drugs. I didn't." He's immediately defensive, and she's like, "Bear, no, I'm saying you didn't take advantage of me. Like I
I don't
don't
remember
feel
that being
like
a
you
big part
did."
of the conversation.
That's vital.
I think because I think they played the idea. Do you take advantage? Yes or no? He didn't. I don't think he did at that point, but
Not at
he
that point.
does. Um, but sorry, I don't know how to spell out the whole thing.
Vital.
We had the little love montage of them just doing little cute coupley things. They're cooking together. They're watching TV together. He's like grabbing her face, making her look at the TV because she's staring at him the whole time. And we do see that Ian has like weird feelings about this. There's a little
Mm-hmm.
like it's just shot of Ian is kind of looking at them, being all cutesy, like looking suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But they are. I don't know how long they're together for. It doesn't seem like it's a very long time, but they are like in it. They're acting like a little engaged
Yeah.
couple.
Mm-hmm.
And we see them on a date. They're having a little dinner. And I really like one thing I really like is she's like, "What do you dream for your life?" And he's like, "Oh well," because he doesn't talk about himself. And he's like, he doesn't seem to have any ambitions. Like the
Mm-mm.
music store is really it for him. So he's not someone who actually thinks about the future in any way, in any meaningful way. He's just like, "Yep, I want Nikki. That's my whole goal, basically." And I think he throws in. He's like, I guess maybe a food critic. And he turns it into a bit where he's like, "Oh, so I can get just free food, ha 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 ha." It's whatever. Oh, one thing I did point out, and hopefully maybe this will be your analysis, because I got it my second watch through. This was an observation I made. When asked his dream job, he said a food critic. A food critic is someone who consumes for work. Someone whose sole job is to consume.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that
Mm-hmm.
kind of
You're
plays.
cooking. You're
I think that
cooking.
plays into a lot
You're cooking.
actually. I was like, wait a minute, that there's some layers to that. While they're on this little like date, he gets a call from Ian, and Ian's like, "Dude, right before y'all got together, uh, Nikki told Sarah that you're just a brother, like you're like a little brother to her, and also her dad's not dying. I've been looking into all of this because it's so suspicious." He says he's as healthy as a baby, which is not an expression. It's healthy as a horse.
Fucking Ian.
I think he goes back and he's just like, "Is your dad dying?" And so we get that classic, the famous of her just kind of like staring at him and going, "No, no, 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 no." And she's like, "You're ruining our date by trying to call out something bad I did."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, 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 no!
It's
I
so
thought we were having a nice
God,
day!
she's so good with that. And yeah, in the middle of the restaurant, and he begs her to sit back
Stands
down.
up, she's stomping her feet.
Yes, and he like comes sit back down. And I love this because like everyone else seems to resume their conversations after this.
I said
No,
that's, yeah.
no, I'm
Would you say no, no, no?
when people are when someone screams like that, I'm clued in. I'm going, what's happening over there? I'm gonna
Excuse me,
go
waiter,
stop.
can I move closer to
I'm
that
gonna
table?
say, stop talking to me, friend. I'm listening to this conversation going on because something big's going down.
But if you're with like me and Katie, you don't have to tell us. We're all.
Mm, we're waiting.
Is she safe? We're like, is she safe? Is she good?
But yeah, they all go back to their conversations, and I think Bear kind of puts together what happened, where he's like, "Do you love me more than anyone else?" Like kind of like repeating his wish, and she's like, "Yes." And so he's kind of put it together, and she asks like, "Why does it matter if I lied? Like, does that really matter?" And this is probably the Bear's most fucked up, not most fucked up, all he does. But I think from this point on, full villain because he
Yep.
he's like he says like no, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care. And we cut to, and I didn't really realize how like hardcore this was the first time, but this is straight up like this is the sexual assault scene where
Hmm.
we see him having sex.
So, trigger warning. Trigger warning. If we need to skip ahead,
Please
like what, a
do
minute? 2
because
minutes?
it cuts to like just them having sex and her looking just kind of like disconnected,
Hmm.
and I'm like this is so bad because he knows that she's now like not really herself. He knows it was his wish,
Hmm.
and he does this anyways. He doesn't give a fuck that
And
anything else.
and it's immediately after he gets like hard confirmation.
Yes, he's like, okay, cool, awesome. Like this is what's going on. I'm on board. And I'm like, okay, now everything you do, bad guy behavior. Before, it was like weird, like, hey, I think I like a girl and you know her really well. Like that was his energy before this. Like, yeah, I think you know her, super cool. She's like, like that kind of thing where it's just like a girl who has a weird, like a guy friend who's a crush on her.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Was that an experience you had where a guy tells a girl like, "Hey, I like somebody," and they go like, "Who?" Well, you know her really well,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
like that's like his
Yeah.
energy before. But now I'm like, you're a bad
Hmm.
person. And then like immediately she's just kind of acting weird. Like she's like in the corner staring at him sleep. She's screaming by him not loving her as much as she loves him.
Hmm.
And honestly,
How much did you sleep?
it's fucked up because I'm gonna say I think this is the scene which gives like dudes who have bad takes. This is the scene that went, yeah, this is a horror movie right here, where she's crying that he doesn't love her as much as she loves him. In the middle of the night, she like cuts his hair while he's sleeping too. The next day, he's like, "Can we talk? Because that was so weird that you were in the corner, you were screaming, you were moving around all weird. I'm confused." And she's like, "I'm sorry, it won't happen again." He's like, "Great." Turns to leave. The door has been taped shut. Like,
Duct tape shot.
not even just like tape shut, like tape everywhere.
Hmm.
Whatever
Hmm.
paint they
Couple rolls.
used,
Done.
so
Cooked.
no, the paint stayed on.
Oh. Oh.
I was like, the paint didn't peel up a little bit. What paint did y'all use? Is this bare like platinum or something?
Sponsored by Lowe's. Hello.
Did Lowe's pay for? Like, do I need to get this paint? Please tell me. Was it glossy or not?
Tag the product, please. Thank you.
Oh, and she like makes him like she made him lunch too. So here's your little lunch, and she's sends him on his way. He doesn't really say them at the door. He just looks scared by the door, struggles to open it, and just
It is kind
leaves.
of funny.
I
Oh,
love
I
I
like
love her like he
if you're
can't
struggling with the door, maybe you should stay home.
like that's so funny actually, Nikki. You're so funny.
If you're struggling with the door is really good.
Sorry, I can't come into work today. I'm struggling with my door.
Struggling with the door.
So he goes to work, he's sitting down, he opens his little lunchbox. And I didn't even process the first time, but there was pictures of like him and Nikki in
Hmm.
it. And on him,
Hmm.
his picture says you. It's like a picture like I don't know how she had this photo of him just kind of standing around, and it's like above him, like a clear stalker photo. And then a picture of her like next to him while he's sleeping, saying, "Not me." Okay, I see you, real Nikki, coming through.
Mhm.
And this is one of those scenes where I'm like, I really like him and Sarah together because he and Sarah are doing
Mhm.
like some kind of task together while he's having lunch. He's eating the food that Nikki gave him, and Sarah's talking to him about how she's like went to go to art school and all this stuff. It's really like really cute
Yeah.
flirting. She's rejected
Mhm.
from one school and kind of like leans on him for support. He's joking with her about like her interests, like, aha, you can give me a tattoo, which is her goal eventually. And like, I wrote down it's full on cuddling's crazy because it is. But I
It is.
really ship
And it
it.
is.
But I shipped him so hard if he wasn't awful.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
And in a little moment, she kind of steals a note that Nikki left where it's like, what's the like asking something about like for my food critic. Going back to that food critic bit, asking what's the verdict cat? And honestly, Sarah should be able to put together what that means. Because he's eating food and it says, what's the verdict cat? I'm gonna assume, are you eating cat right now?
It's just so out there. It's
But
just why
also,
would Nikki do that? Why would Nikki do that?
but also, did we never dispose of this cat's body? What did we do? Like, where did he think the body went afterwards? I don't understand. Did he go dig it up
He
if they
probably
buried
just
it?
told Nikki to clean it up.
That's messed up of him. But that wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprising.
No.
So he ate some of Sandy. And of course, I think also Sarah should put it together when he starts throwing up violently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She
yeah,
should
yeah,
go,
yeah.
"Oh, are you eating a cat right now?"
Your cat that just died, maybe?
He goes, "Oh, it's an inside joke." No, I think you're eating cat. I think you're eating cat. Oh, we also fear that there is a party happening. Ian's throwing a party, but
Mhm.
Bear was not told about it. Um, After work, Ian's like trying. He wants to talk to Bear and be like, "What's going on?" So he kind of forces him to drive him home, and he's like, "It's weird what you're doing. To everybody, it looks like you're taking advantage of Nikki. That she started acting weird. Like you told me she was acting weird, and now you're dating her, and that's so like strange, and it's not a good look." And he's like, "No, I'm not taking advantage. I'm not taking advantage." And I think he's like, "Fine, if things aren't weird, then you should be able to come to my place tonight without her to this party. We'll make it a boys' night. It should be no problem." And Bear's like, "Yeah, that's totally fine. Like, it's so chill. It's so doable." He goes home, and right before he goes inside, he like sees the box for the One Wish Willow, which has a little number to call.
Mhm.
So he calls it, and he tells them, he's like, "Oh, I want to alter my wish, not get rid of you. I want to alter it." They say, "Do you want to
Mhm.
cancel?" No, alter, because he wants her to still be in
Mhm.
love. And they tell him like you can't cancel it. The guy's very funny. It's very
Yeah.
funny, just like this like disconnected customer service employee. He's like, "You want to cancel it? Fine, yeah, I want to cancel it." "Oh, we don't do that." What?
Do you know who voiced it? The
Is it Curry
customer service
Barker?
person? Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if it was Curry Barker or not.
Mhm.
But they tell him like, yeah, the wish, she's gonna stay like this until you die. Like that's the wish is gonna be. You can't undo it. You can't change it until you're dead. The wish is still gonna be here. And he says, "Do you want to speak to Nikki?" And it cuts to like we hear like a woman just screaming, wailing, going insane.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god. Which again, at this
Mhm.
point, Bear, you need to kill yourself. The second they tell you that, we should kill ourselves.
Mhm. Mhm.
He goes inside and Nikki's like, standing in the same position he left her in, but she's got like vomit on her face. She's like wet herself. She's made a huge mess. It's gross. And she's like, "I'm gonna shower. It's okay. I'm just gonna shower, clean off." And he's like, "Hey, you can't cook my cat. You can't do that." And she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Sorry, my bad. And then she goes, also, I might have a guy's night tonight. And the way the shower turns off, and she's like, what?
So he's like, Nikki, you can't cook the cat. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, honey.
Yeah, like she's very
And
like
then
whatever.
we go back to the mess on the ground. Her bodily fluids that are on the
Oh, I
ground.
didn't notice that.
Cut back to Bear, and he goes, Nikki, we talked about this, which means she's done this before.
I think he means we talked about this as in he's talked about like the weird like the cat shrine. Like the cat shrine thing is what he's talking about.
They cut back to the mess on the floor, though, in between.
I I struggle to say if that means that she's wet herself and like thrown up before. Because he seems like especially freaked out by it when he walks in. He's like he's scared that she's still standing there. I think he's talking about the weird behavior
Fair.
because like I don't think the weird behavior started until they had sex after like he
Mm-hmm.
knows the wish happened. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I struggle to say that she's done that before. But I do
Mm-hmm.
love her being like, "Yeah, sorry, babe,"
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to like, "You can't cook my cat." Also, I'm gonna go hang out with Ian, and she's like, "What? You don't
What?
want to go? You don't want to invite me? I can't come too?" And he's trying to say, "It's a boys' night. You can't. You can't." But Sarah was invited, and Sarah told Nikki. Crazy that Sarah told Nikki. Gonna say that.
Sarah might not have known it was a boys' night yet.
Well, it wasn't a boys' night, and it never was a boys' night. It was
Mm-hmm.
a party,
Mm-hmm.
and Ian like lies and tells him like, "Oh, we'll throw a boys' night. I'll uninvite Sarah." But he was never gonna
Mm-hmm.
uninvite Sarah because he's like, Sarah did nothing wrong. It's weird to uninvite her.
Right.
But so she's able. She gets dragged along. She's manages to like argue herself. And Bear's like, okay, yeah, no, of course, yeah, we can go, we can go, we can go. It's okay. I want you there. I want you there. And so we have this little party. Again, I'm so confused in their ages because like they're grown, but also it seems like they all live at home. Like this party has the energy of like my parents are out of town. but
I mean, in this
but
economy,
how old is
2026,
Ian?
he's 21 at least.
They're also playing, and so most of them are playing like this drinking game Jenga. One of those where you pull it and it has a little challenge you have to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just a quick fun fact for the listeners about me: a go-to for me in college.
I was a King's Cup kind of guy.
I know. I know.
I love this because like we see like a few of the things they pull. One of them was to change seats with somebody.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Change seats. That
Yes.
only is like a scandalous thing in this scenario where you have like a woman who's like obsessed with being next to her boyfriend.
But then you get other things that, like, as we come to see,
I guess
you
about
get
like
like kiss
location
or the,
based
and then there
more.
are others that sometimes they're like the person next to you pick what the person next to you takes off, shit like that.
I was like, that's just so mid. That's so mid. Pick someone to
They
change
can't
seats
all be
with.
spicy.
I
They
don't need
cannot all be
spicy. I just need
spicy.
something more exciting. I need a risk of me not wanting to do my challenge. That's what I need. And Nikki's vibes are so weird at this party. Like she's kind of mellowing the vibe. No one seems to really like it. She pulls her thing, and it's like I don't know what it said. Did we ever find out what it said?
Read something, but I don't know.
But
Oh, read the last thing you wrote or something like
I
that.
whatever it could be, she reads it. She puts it down, stands up, takes her phone out, and she reads out Hansel and Gretel smut. Is that correct?
Hansel and Gretel incest smut
Like that she's been writing. Like that's what her
that she
story is.
wrote.
And it's very
Yes.
focused on like the sex that like and like
The
desire.
incest part. Yes.
It's it's weird. I was the whole time I was like, what the hell? And of course everyone at the party's going, what the hell? Like if this what you Nikki, if this was your writing before you got possessed, I'm concerned. I assume you must keep some of your writing ability post.
I don't. So that's in my notes later because I'm like,
What's this girl's writing ability actually? Because like, did
what
you
is
lose it when you got
happening?
possessed, or is that what the kind of stuff you're writing?
That's your love story, not a romance, babe.
Yep. Oh, also, I'm going to disagree with the people in the scene because then they try to move on and I go, oh, next in line. And they went, wait, Bear was sitting there.
Oh my
Not how that
god! Of course
fucking,
you have.
that's, the seat got moved. The order's been changed. Are you going to do this weird little bump every time? No. Bear lost his turn when you change seats. You have another turn, my dude. But so Bear's got to go. And you know what he was going to pull because he's sitting right next to Sarah. He pulls, kiss the person on your left. And one thing also I noticed, Sarah is always like on his left during this movie,
Oh, you're right.
like at all times. In
You're
the
right.
bar, she's on his left. She's on his left.
Yeah,
When they're
that's
sitting
interesting.
down and he's like kind of flirting with his meal and she got
Hmm.
rejected, on his left. She's
Uh
always on
huh.
his left.
Yeah.
And so she's like, you have to kiss her. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. Nikki is not gonna have fucking time for that. She just kind of stands up, does her little frown, iconic frown,
I can't
drags her
even
out
go
of the
at.
way, sits down at her spot. It's like, kiss me now. Tee.
And it's so slow and quiet.
It's so quiet. Someone asks, are you okay? And she's like, you'll never love anyone else as much as I love Bear. You wish you
My
did.
bear.
Are you good? You guys, I'm joking. And she went, I'm not actually. What are you gonna do about it?
Which is funny. That's iconic.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. What are you gonna do?
Deal with
Deal with it.
it.
I'm in love. And we see once again, real Nikki comes out. So good. The way she's able to change her face to be real Nikki. And she
The way she's
screams
able to throw her body back every time it
every
happens,
time.
too.
And she screams, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. Grabs a beer bottle, smashes it, and stabs her face multiple times. And when the party's freaking out, Bear looks so tired. He's like, oh shit, she fucking ruined the vibes.
He said, "Here we go."
God damn it. This bitch.
There she goes again.
Everyone's freaking out. Bear takes her to a hospital. They don't
Oh, I do want
admit
to say really quick.
Why don't they admit
Be-
her?
I don't know. You at least get the 5150. What are we doing? But really quick, when we see Bear just kind of like
Like he's
having a
irritated.
PTSD flashback, we hear everyone else going like, "Bear, get her,
Yes.
take her to the hospital."
Yes. It's so weird. I bet also like they get to the hospital and they're like, no, no, we don't get to see hear what's happening. We see them going, no, no, not taking her. There's got to be at least stitches needed for that. Like she sliced her face open pretty well. That's at least a risk of
Oh, I
infection.
thought we were seeing. I thought we were seeing Bear and Ian arguing outside the
No,
hospital.
it was Bear and like the emergency like nurse.
What the hell?
I don't understand. I think they're like she's doesn't want to come. We can't force her to come. She just stabbed herself in the eye. I think they would take her.
5150.
I don't make it,
She is a threat to herself.
it makes no sense. And they go
It
back
doesn't.
and like Bear and her try to have a conversation about like what's going on with her. And Bear's like really freaking out. She calls herself Freaky Nikki. We're like, real Nikki hated this. And he's really like begging her. He's like, I want you to act normal. I need you to act like real Nikki. Real Nikki wouldn't do this. Act like her. And so he's not really upset that she's doing this. He's upset that she's not, or like, that Nikki's fucked up like this. He's upset that she's not acting like real Nikki. And like, that's what he's so clearly mad about. If she just acted like her, he'd be happy. Happy as can be. She starts acting a little bit more unhinged, freaking him out. Like, I think he's like, we need more space. He says, you go sleep on the bed, I'll sleep on the couch, I think.
Uh huh.
But then she starts kind of scaring him, gives a little like a weird speech. I didn't write down anything that she said here. But it was a speech about how she was like,
She's
I'll be lonely and I'll have this feeling if you're not in bed with me, so I need you in bed with me.
she essentially is more than what I'm about to say, more dramatic, but she's like, I'll go to bed and I'll be warm at first.
Yeah.
And then slowly my hands will get tingly, like I sat on them wrong. and then my body will get colder and colder, and you'll be in my heart, but not for too long because you're slowly slipping away, and then I'll die. Or you could just come to bed with me.
Yes. That's exactly so he's like, fuck, I gotta go to bed with her.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the night, he gets some texts. So she's like dead asleep next to him. He's in the bed, not happy. And he gets some texts from Sarah where she's like, hey, I need to talk to you about multiple things. Come meet me out in the woods. Or not in the woods, at a park. Fucking crazy on Sarah's part. Like
It's a choice.
I've seen a lot of people like breaking down Sarah because Sarah, crazy character. Because like some
Yeah,
people being like, no, her like shutting out Nikki and not trusting Nikki makes sense if you just told your friend like, I like this guy. How do you feel about him? They say he's a little brother, and they start dating him.
yeah.
Be my feelings. But then to text the guy on the night where she stabs herself in the face multiple times, it's like, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. You're then going to text him to come talk to you in the middle of the night?
It's interesting. I mean, hey, her last name is Lawless, you know,
And she's lawless. She's got no
and
respect.
she is
Girl code, nothing to
ungovernable,
her. Girl code's nothing to her.
ungovernable.
So Bear's like gonna go try to sneak out. He gets out of bed, and we hear Nikki start like talking to him. But she's not getting up. She's still asleep. But she's like, Bear, it's me. It's real Nikki. And essentially just begs him to kill her. She's like, please kill me. He asks, what's so wrong about dating me? Like, what's the worst part of that? And she says, I've
What would be so
never,
bad?
I've never dated you. I've never been with you, Bear. It's never been her. It's always been, at this point, must call her Freaky Nikki. And he just kind of like shrugs it off. He doesn't want to do it. He ignores it, goes to the park to meet with Sarah. And again, they have a very cute scene. That'd be cute if Bear didn't fucking suck. Where she tells him, I got my last letter from the last art school I applied to. I can't wait. I want to read it with you. She kind of checks in with him, like, hey, I'm really worried about you and your relationship. Nikki, before y'all hooked up, she'd been like hooking up with Ian for 2 years. And it's like, okay, that's why Ian's been he's been weird about the relationship, like hardcore. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, Ian thinks that she's dating you to get back to him or back at him. And I think it's fucked up because I care about you so much. Like, I think you're a good guy, Bear. And like, I was to your left.
In every scene.
I was, every scene I was to your left. So she's like, and it's like they have a really cute little moment. And this is the only jump scare in the movie, in my opinion. And it got me good because we see behind her, Nikki just kind of takes a brick, slams it through this window so fast, grabs Sarah's head, and just smashes her face against this brick over and over and over again. And it makes me so scared of having my face smashed in
Oh, she's like almost flat
because her face
by the
is
time Nikki's done.
gone. Her face is gone.
Yeah. There's barely a nose
And
bone.
I'm like, that was a person 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
R.I.P. Sarah. Bears freaked the fuck out, obviously, and Nikki's like, no, it's okay, it's okay. It's your fault. This is your fault. But like, it's okay. You wanted this. You wished for this. We gotta get rid of the body. It'll all be okay. And I think at one point she's like, do they take her to the music shop? Where do they take her body? To his place?
I don't know.
They're at some
I don't
location,
know.
and she goes, you leave. I'll fix from here, baby. Don't you worry. So of course he's going to the magic shop again, being like, please, I need to reverse my wish. Anything I can do. And the magic shop owner is like, dude, first of all, hilarious vibe from this guy. Because I think he's what I'm like at a job. Where he is trying to be a little more accommodating. He's like, oh, yeah, no, dude, like here's a solution. I can't help you, whatever, but like,
No, he fucks with them at first.
which
He
is
fucks
valid,
with them.
which is valid. Where he's like,
He's like,
where's the one wish willow? What do you mean? We've never had those. And you know what's so funny? I do that all the time when someone's like, I do that all parts of my life where someone's like, oh, where's this person? I'm like, what do you mean? There's not been someone over there in like 34 years, not since the fire. I love saying that shit to people.
You're such an interesting person.
Thank you. Thank you. Whenever someone else, where's like if my students was like, where's this other classmate? Who? No one sat in that desk ever. What are you talking about? so so me and this employee, we are the same.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
it was like, well, I guess you could get someone to wish against your wish. That might cancel it out. I don't know. So he tells him, like, you can go ask that girl if she loves you, she'll probably do it. But he's not gonna ask her. But also, I don't think she would do it. I think she
He
would.
also makes a cool point where he's like, "So a girl's in love with you? That's your problem?" Well, it sounds like you have a moral obligation to be there for her.
Yes, he's like, you should be there for her. Like, he does say something like, it's not going away unless you die or something.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of going to her, he goes to Ian. And he's like, Ian, please make this wish. This is what's been going on. I made a wish, and now Nikki's in love with me. He's doing a bad job explaining it. I think if I was in any of these scenarios, I could explain to someone what's going on, and I not have an issue like this. You disagree? I think I could. I think I could.
Um, I actually was just thinking about the fact that if like you came to me with this problem, I would either A, trust you enough to just believe you, or want to put your mind at ease enough that I would do
That
whatever
you would
you
at least
said.
do it. So he's like begging. He's like,
Right.
but he's saying, wish that I never made my wish. We actually did see before this, see him trying. Bear tried to wish. I
Oh
wish
yeah.
Nikki only loved me as a friend, but he can't do it because you only get one.
Mm-hmm.
And like Ian's just like so like he's like this is stupid. This is not real. You're making shit up. We also find out he's like, what's going on? Because Sarah's been texting me a bunch of weird stuff. We know Sarah's dead at this point, so it's clearly Nikki. I don't know why Nikki would be doing all that. I don't know. I think the Ian of it all, I'm gonna discuss say in a moment, I think is poorly
Okay.
done. I think some of this stuff
Okay.
poorly done. But he's like, oh, I can wish for anything. He just says, I'm gonna wish for $1 billion. And immediately billions of dollars. I would think I
I'm
would be
sorry.
pissed off after the fact. I'm like, oh, so you discover this thing has a wish potential. Everyone gets one, and you fucked up on your wish, so I have to waste my wish now? Like I get one.
And also, at maybe we'll talk about it more when you talk about Ian, but they don't have the friendship that you and I just discussed where I would be like, okay, you clearly need me to you need to see me do this, so I will do it for
Well,
you.
because Ian keeps a lot of secrets, as we know. And I think their relationship is like Ian light is has the power, and like that's it. 'Cause I think because
It seems circumstantial.
especially because it helps frame Bear as like a powerless man, which I think is
Bitch.
supposed to be his vibe.
Yeah.
But so Bear's fucking pissed off because Ian wasted his wish. I would go to I would go to Sarah's dad. I would go to Sarah's dad, honestly, and go take this and wish like you gotta wish something like that.
Well, I
Uh,
think there was only one wish Willow left when he went to the store. Oh no, there was
he
not
has
only one
two.
left.
When he went to Ian, he
Yeah.
has two. Um, so now he's like, fuck, I gotta go try Nikki. So he goes to Nikki. He's like, Nikki is like hidden, like you didn't see her. He's like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to do something for me because you love me, right? We see her in the background doing a weird like stop motiony walk. I don't know what that is usually about, but she just does it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees Sarah's body is like stripped naked. It's looking fucked up. Nikki's now wearing her clothes and like has taken a Sharpie and drawn on the tattoos that Sarah has. And she has like that gun that was mentioned earlier. The gun. Ian starts banging on the door. He goes, Bear, I have billions of dollars. And this is bad. This is poorly done. Because, yeah, Bear was just with you and you got it. He goes, it's real money, Bear. You gotta come out and meet to look at this money I have. he walks in and Nikki just shoots him right in the head. To me, they're just ticking a box. They're like, we gotta kill Ian.
Okay.
And that's what I really hate about Ian's character at the end. Is just like,
Oh,
we're just gonna check him off.
I do think that action when you're saying he's so real, I think that action of like somebody comes to you and tells you this, you don't believe it, so you make the most like the wish.
I
But and then you're like, it's real, and you're in shock. So then you go back to the person, you're like,
no, I think that was
this is
real.
real.
That was just them like, we gotta kill Ian off. Let's just have him be like they had this the Sarah text be a thing. Why would they not explain that? For why he went to Bear's place or something? It's stupid. It was just to like kill him off. And I think at this point Bear's like, okay, I have to kill myself. And he does convince Nikki to give him the gun. He's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom to freshen up or give some reason to go to the
Mhm.
bathroom.
They're always going to the bathroom to freshen up. Always.
Yep. And so in that room, he's like trying to kill himself. He has the gun, but he's too scared to do that. I think he tries something else, but he gets too scared. And eventually he's like, I have the oxy.
He tries the pills. Yeah.
So he just takes a whole bunch of these pills. And I was like, yeah, good for him. I thought that would be it. But at the last second he does try to bail. Where he starts like he's like, no, fuck this, tries to throw up. But then we hear that one wish willow sound, the sound the little toy makes, and a little snapping sound. And immediately he is filled with like ecstasy. He looks like joyful and happy. So he never throws up the pills, but he's now. But we immediately go, "Oh, she just wished." This was the movie, if you don't recall, where I said a bad theater experience. Someone yelled out, "What's going on?" At this point, it's so fucking
Media
clear.
literacy is dead.
I'm like, it's so
Literacy in
clear.
all forms is dead.
It's not vague what's happening here.
Literacy in all forms.
And so like he's in love with her. They both like come together, so in love. Two people wish to be in love,
Yeah.
but he just took all those pills. So he starts to collapse, and she's like, "No, no, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?" She's crying. He's dying, and then R.I.P. Bear. He's dead. Nikki snaps to real Nikki, and she goes, "What the fuck's happening?" And like, so starts sobbing because obviously she's going to jail now.
Well, she also sees all of her friends dead.
Yeah, everyone you know and love is dead because of this man. And it's unclear how much she actually experienced. I imagine
Great.
I think she was like in her body, seeing it
Yeah.
all happen, I think.
I would expect it to be kind of like Get Out,
I think Get Out, but like,
like your backseat
yes,
driver.
yes. I think she's a backseat driver where she had a sense something was happening, but like, not a good one.
No
And
control
so
by
she's
any
just
means.
sobbing and sobbing. That's the end of the movie.
Wow. We have things to talk about, huh?
Yeah, we do.
Um, we do. I do want to give one little like movie making fact I accidentally failed to include during your recap.
Ah,
So, and he's a lot of times when we see Freaky Nikki at night,
freaky Nikki.
Freaky Nikki at night, it kind of looks like her eyes are glowing. Or I guess when we see her at night and she's being freaky,
Yeah.
it looks like her eyes are glowing. And I just have a little note on how they did that. So with the budget of this movie, they had to like get really creative with their lighting. They didn't have a lot of lighting budget going on. So to accommodate and still give Freaky Nikki like some kind of look in the dark,
Hmm.
they did make up to make her look older because she never looks quite right
No,
when
her face.
she's
I
wilding
honestly,
out.
after I watched this movie, I was like, "What does Indy Navarrete look like?" Because so many scenes she looks wildly different.
Yeah, so her face never looks like quite right when she's wilding out. So they did make up to make her look older, and they painted her eyelids to have irises. So her eyes are closed, and it's like a glowing paint.
That's so interesting.
It's because it's like uncanny valley kind of. It's not quite right, so it just makes it creepier. Then we have some cute little interesting parallels that occur throughout this movie.
Hmm.
Um, and
I'm like them.
they're not really like analysis pieces, I would say, but they are like interesting observations. So the One Wish Willow, when we see it in the crystal store, it is next to voodoo dolls.
Uh-huh.
Now, famously but incorrectly, and we'll get into it, famously, voodoo dolls are presented, especially modern day, as pretty like evil bad tools of like dark witchcraft
Yeah.
work.
I've
So
seen
they are
Scooby-Doo.
so they're presented as like, if you want to cause harm to someone, you do it to the doll, and then it causes the person to suffer that. That's not correct. Voodoo dolls originated from way back when, where witch doctors, town doctors, shamans, all those things were treating patients, but they didn't really have a way to keep record because, literacy was not a common thing.
Mm.
So they would make a doll of the patient and use the pen to mark what the problem was.
There's no history in
And
like
that's no, it's
White people demonifying minorities' cultures.
anyways, but
oops.
that's an episode for another time. I just do want to make that clear. Voodoo dolls are not. Now, I'm not going to say that since that theory became popular, people didn't start doing that, but that's not what they came from.
Yes.
They came from helping people. Anyways, if we rock with the modern interpretation of voodoo dolls, they are, you mark the pain you want to do to someone. The One Wish Willow is used to cause Nikki pain. So it's kind of interesting that there are two like quote unquote harmful things next to each other.
Yeah.
You know,
And also like
just a cute little
in pop culture at least, like
mhm.
control another person.
Like do things without their consent.
Yes.
Yeah. So just interesting. Outside of that, we see that Nikki hates her job and she's not happy there,
Mm-hmm. You
and
can't
she
relate.
wants to leave. Not at all. She doesn't want to be there. She wants to completely leave, chase her dreams, whatever. You pointed out that Bear's dream job focuses on solely consumption.
Yup.
So we have like a little bit of our jobs representing where we are or what we're feeling, what we're thinking,
Yeah.
or being the opposite of that, the antithesis. But also, it kind of becomes Nikki's job to be obsessed with Bear. Like she doesn't have a choice in the matter; she's just forced to. And in her job, she's unhappy and she doesn't feel love. With Bear, she's unhappy and she doesn't feel love. Interesting. So I don't know if you caught this, Ben, but Nikki's last name is Freeman.
I did clock that. I did clock that. That's one of the things I'm like, that's just on the nose, you guys.
But I will say they only say it one time. It's not like hammered in. But it's the same as like 40 Acres, like her last name was Freeman. So we have Sarah thinks that Bear is being taken advantage of by Nikki. So we
Yeah.
have the reverse of what's happening, which I feel like you could kind of read that as like the willingness people have to make excuses for men,
Hmm.
like really quickly.
I
I
think that was
also
like
like what you
because
said.
Sarah is not necessarily. I don't think necessarily for the girls. You know.
No, Sarah has a couple pick me moments
Yeah, I think like
because also
that's one of them.
when she's talking to Bear, she's like, "You need to be with someone more chill," which is like classic pick me line. Um, but it's also the problem of like getting one side of a situation where she's seeing it from having the bias
Yeah.
towards Bear, like liking Bear more.
Yeah, so she's
So
like
she's just gonna,
immediately because again, from her perspective, she's told her work friend, "I like this
oh
guy,"
yeah,
and her work friends are dating him.
yes, it's odd. And I just like, I think I get into it later, but I am just confused by Sarah and Ian's behavior throughout. They are kind of like wild sometimes, but
I think because we
I
don't
just
know Nikki as a character, and like that plays into it. We do not know Nikki as a character. We see
no,
one night of her just like doing trivia night with them. And we get the
yeah.
sense that she's kind of razzes people a little bit. But we don't know much about her besides that.
Well, that's the point because that's all Bear sees too. He
Yeah,
sees these glimpses of her, and he's decided that that's who she is, and she's perfect and amazing, and she can't be anything else other than that. But it's like we'll talk about it later. But obviously, Ben, this movie probably didn't create the new subgenre, but it has created a lot of buzz around the incel horror
Hmm.
new subgenre
Here,
we're
look,
experiencing.
I will argue because my problem with some of that stuff is like I don't think this movie's supposed to be like I think Bear is supposed to be an everyman. I think that's supposed to be kind of the horror of Bear. Is he's not it's like he's too common, and like that's the problem, you know?
Well, so are incels, though.
I guess that's
That's the
unfortunately
thing.
true.
That's the thing. Hey, Ben, buddy, you are the rarity.
I'm not an incel.
Yeah, so you're the rarity.
Thank you, thank you.
So you're Now I have read that this was just like coincidental. It was not on purpose. But we have the famous Manor Bear, and his name is Bear.
Is that not on purpose?
It's not.
That's
I
his name's Baron in the movie. His full name is
yeah,
Baron. They
yeah.
they did
I
not.
read that it was well, I think this was written before Manor Bear, though.
I think there's gotta be no. I think they're lying. There's no way.
I read somewhere that they were like, no, it's not tied
Well,
to that.
I'm
It's just
saying they're lying.
but either way, that's the new thing that we've come to. Not the new thing we've come to. That was a crazy sentence. But that's a popular
Yeah.
it's not a meme. It's a saying on the internet, right? Question on the internet. Also, incel behavior, classic. And I have dealt with this one forever and ever and always. If a woman is extroverted, men immediately think that you're flirting with them. You just cannot
Obviously.
simply have a personality.
Obviously.
You
What do you mean?
cannot have a personality. You cannot be outgoing or silly because then you are immediately flirting with them. And Bear has, or if you're nice to a boy, they think you're flirting. So when Bear is giving his heartfelt speech at the beginning, he's talking about how Nikki was one of the only people that was nice to him when he went to this new school. And since then, he's been in love with her. That's
He's
all it took. She
obsessed.
was nice.
Where do we get the
So as a
answer?
woman,
Where do we get the answer whether or not she likes him or not? Like if she did like him or
we'll
not?
get there. We
Oh,
will
my
get
bad.
there.
I
We will
thought
get
some. I
there.
thought maybe.
We'll get there. I organize these. I organize
My
these.
bad. My bad.
Also, I want to say when Nikki is doing the cute little middle school thing of like, oh, Sarah just talks about you all the
Oh my
time.
god.
Do you
So,
what do you
what
think
do you
about
think about Sarah, by the way?
what do you think about her? Bear says, I like her as a friend. So it's fine when Bear likes someone as just a friend, but when Nikki likes him as just a friend, it's a whole fucking problem.
Yeah.
So immediately we have hypocrisy. Just boom, out the gate. But also, the man is allowed to make the choice of like, no, I don't like her as anything more than a friend. I don't have to, bend to her will. But Nikki's gonna bend to mine because I like her, so she's gonna be with me. So we have entitlement also.
Yeah, I think that entitlement is like the exactly what
It's a big thing.
Bear is.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, cute. This is so interesting. I don't know if you caught this, Ben. The morning after their first night together, when they go into work together,
Uh-huh.
the boss immediately grabs Nikki and he's like, hey, there's something wrong with this keyboard. You have to fix it. And he's like, I don't want a Karen to come in and say no.
Andy Richter wouldn't say it in a bad way though. So I support whatever Andy Richter said.
No, he's just saying, he's like using a lingo. He's being hip with the kids. Clearly, that's what his MO is in this moment.
He is him
But
with the kids. It's Andy Richter.
but a Karen, we know the classification of a Karen,
Which is
come in and say
sexism. Which
no.
is sexism.
And Nikki says, you can't say that. And he goes, what? Isn't a Karen just someone that says no? So that's immediately equating a woman that comes in and says no to something as like insane.
Way up there. Over my head. Didn't process any of that. I was just going, Nikki's staring in the background. This is scary.
But that's also like tone setting for the world that Bear is living in.
Yes.
It's common if a woman is saying no, she's Karen, she's crazy. So You got to clock these little one-off lines that seem like they don't mean
My
anything.
bad.
It's okay. It's okay. I thought it was so like I thought that was so clever. We also right, so when Nikki comes the next day and she's apologizing for being on drugs and she's like, I don't think you took advantage of me, and he immediately gets defensive about it. She is like trying to explain her behavior. So she acted quote unquote weird, right? And she feels the need to over explain her behavior to him and apologize for acting weird.
Uh-huh.
Emphasizes that she doesn't think he took advantage of her. He immediately becomes defensive, is like not taking responsibility for anything. And then so that just kind of like shows the first pattern of him not listening to what she's saying or what she's thinking or feeling. She's like, hey, I'm sorry I did this. Let me over explain my behavior to you. Also, I don't feel like you did anything wrong. He's ignoring that and is busy being like, I didn't do anything wrong.
I think there's a big emphasis on him being accused of taking advantage and being like, no, I swear I wasn't.
And he wasn't even accused. Like at that point, he wasn't accused. So he's just being an incel left, right, and center. But furthermore, in addition to, after Nikki, piss shits and throws up everywhere, Bear's not really talking to Nikki when he's doing the like, I just want you to be Nikki. I
Yeah.
want you to act like Nikki, act like her. He's straight up talking to this.
He's talking
It's
to,
often referred to as the demon.
yes, like he's not, like I said, his problem there, I'm like, you're a bad dude, my guy. He's not,
He doesn't care that it's not her. He just wants it to
he's
look like
begging
her.
her to act like real Nikki. He said, please act like
Uh-huh.
her. Just act like real Nikki. She wouldn't do that. Do like her.
Yeah. So she's an object.
Like
It doesn't matter like
he's
what is actually
acknowledging it's
going
not
on.
her, but he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you already brought it up, but I'm gonna bring it up one more time while I'm making the incel argument. When she says, Bear, please kill me, he says, what's so bad about being with me?
That's not her problem. Her problem is not
Well,
being a
also,
person.
she is possessed by a demon that he summoned and had this happen to, and she's a victim and she's clearly suffering. She's asking to be put fucking down, and he goes, I'm the victim.
What's so bad about
What's so
me?
bad about being with
Probably the
me?
fact that I don't have a choice in it, actually. That's probably the bad part.
A literal demon is possessing me. So, come on. And you have mentioned many times throughout that
I feel so
Bear.
honored whenever you tell me I mentioned something. I'm like, I did,
Yes,
didn't I? I picked up on the details.
you picked up on it. Bear is flirting with Sarah left, right, and center.
Oh,
The person he only likes as a friend. He
100%.
only likes as a friend. Now, a couple times when he's talking about Nikki or to Nikki, he says that she is the only thing he wants in this world. He wants her more than anything. He loves her more than anything. So he makes the wish for the one thing he wants, the one thing he wants more than anything. And he is still flirting with another girl
Even before
that
she
he
went
doesn't
like
even like.
too crazy, like she was like had like one weird night. She taped the door, and I would argue he was still so flirting with her when she got her like rejection letter.
Yes, that's when he was flirting the most, I would say.
We
No,
did.
sorry, he was flirting the most in the car.
To be fair, we see 3 interactions between him and Sarah.
He's flirting. It's so clear that he's flirting. He is feeling the vibe right back to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of goes to like, you probably saw when Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox broke up.
Don't
People were
remind me. I'm
like,
so
you
upset.
can literally be Megan Fox and a man will still cheat on you.
He didn't cheat on her, did he?
Yeah, that's.
I
They're not together anymore.
was together, but he didn't cheat. I thought they just split up.
I heard he cheated.
Machine Gun
Because
Kelly,
the whole thing was like, you can literally be Megan Fox and
she
a man will
drank
still cheat
his
on you.
blood. He's going to cheat on her.
You can literally do that and a man will still cheat on you. So it wasn't even about Nikki. It wasn't about like, oh, I love this woman so much. I love her. I love her. She's the one.
Yep.
It's the like entitlement to a female. It's the entitlement to a woman and their adoration. They all have to love him. They all need to validate his existence.
Mm-hmm.
Women exist in Bear's world to make him feel better. And that is what they
Not even
do.
women,
You can
specifically
even take
Nikki.
that, but also he doesn't give a fuck about Sarah either. He wants the validation and the attention.
I don't think that's the case. I think that he is. I think Sarah's like a real relationship kind of thing. Like I think that if that was allowed to happen, if he allowed it to happen, it'd be good. But he's so obsessed with this like perfect dream girl in his head that he's like not giving this any attention. I would argue that Sarah's supposed to be like a relationship if you allowed yourself to have it. Like that is, but Bear is like, oh, there's this perfect dream girl who's this instead of the real person who he has a real connection with and he can actually joke with. Like he could not banter with Nikki. It was her bantering over him,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so I don't
But
think Sarah's
but
supposed to be like him as another resource he's taking stuff from. At least I just maybe I'm like too rose tinted glasses with it a little bit.
I would just my simple argument to that would be if he cared about her enough to like he gets it enough to flirt with her. He doesn't get it enough to like try it. He's still
Exactly.
focused
No,
on.
exactly. That's what I'm
But to
saying.
me, that's like if he actually cared about her enough, then Nikki wouldn't be such a.
I think if he was more of a self-realized person,
That's fair,
that he'd
and that's fair.
recognize that like that connection he has with Sarah is a full connection, like that is a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But in his head, he's like, no, no, no. A woman is to give me entertainment, like satisfaction. Like what he
Mm-hmm.
wants from Nikki is not a real relationship. And
Right,
therefore he's
right.
not
Oh,
seen a possible relationship that's actually in front of him, which could be a
okay.
real thing
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
he's already
Okay.
because
Now,
it's real and he doesn't want anything real.
I'm gonna throw it back to triangle, and I want you to take everything you just had and put it in your pocket.
It's there.
Okay. And the last thing before I move on from this incel behavior that's focused on Bear, I want to talk about the cat. I want to talk about Sandy.
Sandy.
Hey, cats don't have opposable thumbs. The cat did not get into the medicine, he left it out.
Yeah.
And when he comes upon his cat, he goes, how did you get into this? Why did you get into this?
Yeah,
It
immediately.
didn't. You
Immediately.
left it out.
Yeah, immediately
Also,
shift
we
like
see
his blame. It's like reasonable and not a weird thing to say, but I think it's clear meaning and
it's
intention
intentional.
behind everything else.
Yes. And also, this cat that he's so upset about and he loves so much, he puts in a trash bag. He doesn't bury it, he puts it in a
And
trash
Lord
bag that
knows
he
what he does with
clearly,
it while they're dating.
seemingly, doesn't even take out. He leaves it in the fucking apartment
Would it
house
not
thing, whatever.
smell bad? Like
It would.
it was at least a week of them dating. I don't know how long they dated, but
Too long for that shit. And
the fact she was able to cook the
also,
cat after like a period of dating, wild.
and that meat did not look good. I don't know how the sandwich didn't smell. But
I wouldn't have eaten
outside
it.
of that,
I would have recognized this is not good meat.
this ain't right. And outside of that, when he's crying and he's sitting on the bed right after he's taken care of the cat, put in a damn trash bag, and he's crying, he says something. He says a sentence.
What does he say?
He says, why won't she? He's not crying about the cat.
Oh my god.
He's crying that Nikki doesn't love him.
Oh my god. That's embarrassing. I mean, all he does is embarrassing. Damn. Damn.
Oh, he's so embarrassing. He's so embarrassing. Now, I do want to move to Nikki and Nikki's behaviors because
He's
they're interesting. So, as you discussed, the first time they're kissing, she has that moment of like real Nikki coming and having the realization
yeah.
that something's not right. And after a moment of lucidity where she's like, what the fuck is going on? Um, her brain, and in this case, the demon, work overtime to fill in those gaps because she clearly doesn't know what is going on.
Uh-huh.
And when she goes, oh, I just had a panic attack, this is like a little neuro, like brain fact. That is your brain filling in the gaps because very all the time your brain is not getting all the information that you think it's getting.
My
Like
brain gets all of it.
most of the stuff you see right now, you don't actually see. Your brain's filling it in.
No, it's not. I'm seeing it all.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And
I'm
a lot
built
of times
different.
if you walk into a room and you forget why and then you come up with something, it might not be the thing you actually went into the room to do. Your brain's just filling in the gap.
No, that's not true of me.
So that's like a cool little psychology fact, but also in this case the demon is helping to fill those gaps to make the story make sense, you know?
The demon won't work on me because I'm too present. I'm
Okay.
too. My brain is actually taking everything in and fully processing it. Nothing's been.
It's
No
also
gaps. No gaps.
it's also a self-protection thing that the brain does.
Not mine.
So she's experiencing a trauma and she's filling into pieces to not be traumatized.
My brain's going to create like a gun arm or something.
So this movie's about the woman going through this.
Yes. Not me, obviously. It's not me. You gotta remember that's not me.
Now this Ben, I don't know if you noticed this, but I thought it was very interesting and I'm excited to see what you think.
Oh,
Once she is freaky Nikki demon mode, it's not the whole time, but she is often infantilized.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay, so you clocked it. So a lot of times when she's not being demony voice, she has like a little baby voice.
Hmm.
She also is completely helpless and dependent on Bear. Our good girl can't even go to the toilet. Hi, Rap. Her little arm staying like that when you moved her. But she also, her vocabulary and her actual behaviors and reactions shrink.
A lot of like the stuff she does is a little tantrumy kind of vibes. Like it's supposed to be like, yeah.
Uh-huh. But the actual like specific words she's saying, a lot of them are the same. There's not a lot of different words coming out of
Yeah.
her. And a lot of her reactions are, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hmm.
She's not saying anything other than I'm sorry, which is a very basic, elementary school
I'm well
reaction.
aware.
And when she's saying I love you, she's like, I love you so, 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 so much. Very baby, just like Rockbell. When something goes wrong, she goes, oh my God, oh no, oh my God, I'm so sorry, oh no. Like, there's just not a lot happening. So, when you're talking about you wonder what her state is like when she's possessed by this demon, it's kind of giving like very basic brain
Hmm.
function.
Well, I'm more curious about like what her experience is from her side when I'm questioning that. Like, what is she experiencing?
But with her like vocabulary, reactions, and everything being so shrunk down, I would imagine that means a lot of her perception is being shut down as well.
Yeah.
But it's still enough to know what's going
Like
on.
some things are happening.
Yes. Now, in your pocket, pull what's in your pocket
It
out.
was there. I can't reach it, but
It's
it's there.
okay. Well, you need it now. You were describing what Bear wants, which is the entertainment
Yes.
and like the attention and love. So Bear wants a dog.
Yeah. I don't think he wants a mother. He doesn't want a mother. He's not one of those guys.
He doesn't want a mother, but he doesn't want a dog. He wants a woman to act like a dog.
Yeah.
And so by that I mean dangerously unconditional love. Doesn't matter what he's doing to her, what he's physically doing to her, mentally, emotionally. He's abusing the fuck out of her. She still loves him like a dog. She only wants his approval. She doesn't want anything else other than his approval. Like a well trained dog.
Yeah. He
Well
wants her to do what he
trained
wants at all times.
dog. She also is like overprotective. So she's like a well trained, overprotective dog. She doesn't want anybody else getting around him except her. Nobody else can sit next to him. She has to sit next to him. He can't interact with other people. She's there watching in the background.
Hmm.
She literally sits at the door
Waiting
and
for him
waits
to
for
come
him to
home.
come back. She has separation anxiety. And I just want to take that back to the conversation we have had before, Ben, where focus on dogs being good and wonderful, great, which they are.
They are.
They are. But the endless love for dogs versus the unfounded hatred of cats
Which is
is
crazy
misogyny.
because look at this little. It is, but look at this little baby.
And now look at the little baby girl.
And the middle cat.
She's so
Mwah.
cute. She's
Mwah.
so cute. But Nikki, when we see Nikki being normal out at the bar, she's a little feisty.
Yep.
She's a little fiery. She's setting boundaries. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket. She's setting boundaries and she doesn't like it when people cross it. He doesn't want that. He wants a dog that's going to do whatever he wants, which is why a dog is man's best friend. Now, Ben, your pocket, empty it again.
Again, that's so fast.
I know. Now, let me tell you the answer on why Indy is not into Bear. Obviously,
Yes.
we have the conversation where we are told that Indy said he's like a little brother. That's the very obvious one. She straight up is telling Sarah, oh, he's like a little brother. When they are in the car, no, when they're leaving the bar
Yeah.
and Indy's going with Bear, Ian says, Bear, take your girl home. Indy says, ew, don't say it like that. Nikki says,
And
ew, don't
Nikki.
say it like that. Hey, if she had a crush on him, she wouldn't say that.
I mean, I think that's when it's like, because if they're not together, I think what's really the nail in the coffin is when he says, I have a gift, and she goes, ew.
Yes, also.
That's the nail
So
in the
you
coffin.
add the pieces together. Add the pieces together.
I think
So
the
he's
one
like,
piece you can kind of like look past and go, that's weird, but whatever, we're not together, so that might be her reaction. But the
but she
gift
doesn't say it like
the gift is the nail
she,
in the coffin.
100%. If I was remotely interested in the guy that I was like getting a ride home from, I wouldn't say, ew, don't say it like that. It would be like, ew, don't say it like that. You would have a different tonality. But also, they get to the car and he says, I have a gift for you. And she's like, oh, why does that make me nervous?
Yeah, that's the nail in the coffin.
And I will say, sometimes in this movie, Ben, instead of um pitching in during your recap, I was interested in how you were describing it.
Keep in mind, some things I tried to speed through. Something that I don't want to spend too much.
It's true.
I don't. Cause I'm not gonna
It's
sit there
true.
and go. They said this, and they said that, and they said this. Like I want to avoid that.
Okay. So she doesn't, when she's like, do you like me? You said that she said, do you like me? Because now's your chance. That's not what she said.
What'd she say?
She said, do you like me? If so, now's the time to say it.
Okay. Sue me.
Which, subtle.
Sue
No,
me.
but it's different. There's a very different meaning between now's your chance and now's the time to say it.
Yeah.
She doesn't like him. And when he says, no, I like you as a friend, she says, good, bye.
Mm.
There's a firm, I don't like you.
Was it a goodbye? I seemed like a cause I think she knows he likes her. She knows he does.
Yeah, it's super obvious.
I think this is her
He's a
time
freak.
saying like, if you want closure, get it now. And she's like, fine, you're not gonna get that closure. I'm gonna leave. Like that's the energy it was. It was not a good, you don't like me. It was like, or end of discussion. She was like, I'm done. We're done with this. Like that was your chance. If you wanted to have a moment.
What's so interesting, this is really interesting. So I've talked about this movie with a couple girls that have seen it. And every girl I talk to cites that moment of her being like, do you like me? This is your chance to say it.
Mm-hmm.
You could, and then saying good as her being like, I don't like you. This is not happening. The boys that have watched this that I've talked to take that as her being like, if you want to have a moment, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
The boys see it as more of an invite, whereas all the girls see it as like, that's a hard boundary. She does not
I remember
like
at our theater, everyone groaned. He went, I like you as a friend. I went, no, dude, just say yes.
Well, he should, but like, it's very interesting that the boys see it as an invite and all the girls are like, that's a hard boundary.
I think there's a possibility, depending on the reaction afterwards. Like the question by itself does kind of suggest maybe. Because this question is not to be asked. The question is not, you know what I mean?
I feel like it's almost confrontational.
Like it's like
Like if you're
a
gonna keep being fucking weird about it, come
yes.
on.
Oh, Robert gonna fall. Oh my god. She's fell out of the chair entirely. You okay, sweetheart?
She's okay. She's got 9 lives. But that's a little. I think that might be the Spotify poll. Spotify poll might be.
Does she like him?
Was
Yes or
that like?
no? Is that
No?
an
Are we
invite?
inviting a moment, or is this a hard boundary? Moving past that, then. Oh my god, Ben, a horror movie that deals with trauma.
What?
So
Unheard of.
we have some trauma responses going on. Now, as you kind of alluded to, I keep wanting to call her Indy. Nikki.
Nikki.
Moves weird.
She does. There's a
She's a
lot of
little
spots where
bit,
she's all creakily. Yeah, she's like moving kind of stop motion. She moves in reverse at one
yes.
point.
And her voice gets weird and yeah, she like slow walks reverse. So we have unnatural scurrying movements, and at nighttime there are moments where she's hiding in the dark and she's staying away from the light.
Hmm.
It was kind of cockroachy. You could just like a little. It was creepy. It wasn't right. Now I was like, that could be like a fracturing of the psyche because of what the fuck she's going through.
Yeah.
So she's
I've
just
seen like
acting
people
weird.
being like, that's like moments where like real Nikki's kind of pushing through or something. Like that's what's happening.
Oh, like fighting back.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of
That's
observation.
interesting. That's interesting. I kind of took all of that as like symbolic from hiding from what is going on, like the truth of what's going on, because she's
Uh-huh.
hiding from the light. Her face is often distorted, so like a glimpse to how fucked up the situation is on the inside. She staring at you?
Yeah.
The I don't know what this means. I don't know if it means anything, but it made me giggle when she runs and she's hiding behind the flowers, but she's
Um,
running sideways,
is she holding? She's
and
holding
she
flowers,
goes,
right? Yeah.
yeah, in front of her face, and then she goes, "These are for Sandy, okay?" and goes to sleep. Just
You could
erratic.
argue maybe it's like the infantileness of it, like, this is for like this is why this is here. Like this is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
But also, it's kind of like that. Your brain is filling in. Like, what the fuck do I have these for? Why am I doing this? So interesting. She also has the famous smile throughout the movie, where it's like
She's so
it
good
just
at
doesn't
the
meet her eyes.
smiling, but her eyes don't do the same.
And again, trigger warning about the essay scene, the disassociation. You're really good at that. The disassociation when they are when he's raping her or wording her, and the smile that doesn't meet the eyes. That's kind of like a dissociation.
Yeah, no, she looks like she's fully in like that freeze response during that scene,
Right.
which I didn't really clock that the first time I watched it, but the second time I was like, oh, no, that's what's happening here. Where she doesn't even look like she's obsessed with him in that moment. She's in a freeze response.
Right. And in the essay scene, she is still making noises. She's making like she's moaning and stuff, but it sounds really fake like it would in porn.
Yeah.
And she has the disassociated face or dissociated look. So to me, that's really representative of Bear only seeing her, women, her, as these little play toys that are meant to bring him pleasure in whatever capacity he's looking for at the moment,
Yep.
which is creepy and gross. We have the moving backwards glitch. I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be kind of like trying to reset because when you go through a trauma,
Yeah,
sometimes
that
you
would
try
actually
to.
make sense because that's when they're having their big like kind of confrontation where he's like, "You're not acting like how I want," and she's trying to figure it
Yeah,
out, and then she kind of like,
like backwards.
"Yep,
So I like a reset redo of whatever's going on. And we have all of our moments of lucidity. Obviously, the whole movie is terrible. The whole situation is terrible. I would argue that the fact that she is ever lucid and that she has any understanding of what's going on makes it a million times worse.
1,000 times worse."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Absolutely.
there are some times of like questionable lucidity. So that day they leave work and they're like, "Oh, I got to go drink." And she starts getting her purse out of Bear's car. And he's like, "Nikki, I can't really drive you home today." She goes, "I know, I'm just getting my purse," and going with Ian, which like it was so normal. She wasn't acting weird at all.
Yeah. Well,
So I was,
I
is that a
think
moment of lucidity?
I don't think lucidity.
Has it not really taken?
I think that she just grows more and more obsessed as the movie goes on.
I was what, yeah, like a build up. Now, the cat for lunch. I was wondering, because she was lucid enough to write you, not me, and put the pictures in the lunchbox.
Oh, I think it's her
Was
trying to get
that like a revenge
no.
thing?
I think that was supposed to play more into what is love consumption, which I think does play into the
Um,
it's not a romance, it's a love story. It's about consumption.
mm.
Bear views love as
Oh, and it wasn't
consumption. That's the whole
okay. He
art
wants her
critic
to
thing.
love her.
Yes.
Hmm.
And so he was like, she's
That's
like,
interesting.
so you love this cat, you're gonna consume the cat. That's what love is.
Oh, oh, and now her like understanding of love is warped.
Based on his. Yes.
Yes, based on the abuse. Oh my god,
That's what I think. That's what I think the whole cat thing was.
you ate. You, oh, I didn't mean ate like that.
Ugh, I'm just
Sorry, sorry,
my brain
sorry.
just goes off.
Which brings us, Ben, to the incest story. Um, I don't know if that's supposed to be the love story she's writing or if that's like the demon doing some freak shit. I really don't understand what this
I
does
don't think
other than further signify that she's lost her noodles against her
my
will, but
only
noodles are
guess,
lost.
going back to the whole consumption thing, Hansel and Gretel is a story about kids who overconsume
But why the incest?
because it's just about taking what you can't have, maybe? I'm not sure.
Creepy. I don't know about it. I will have to look into that because I am interested. I do love after she kills Sarah, she keeps being like, "It's your fault. You wanted this." And that to me, I was also like, is that a form of lucidity where she's coming through and she's like, "This is your fucking fault"?
I don't think so, but she is like, I don't think she's lucid, but I think they're like, you wanted me to love you. Like, this is what that is.
It's like a little meta in
Like,
that little
even Demon
universe, which
Nikki
is
is like, you
interesting,
wanted this.
which is crazy. Because now we're all just operating like we are all fully acknowledging that this is fucked up and this is against her will and this is not her.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, we're operating in the open with this. Crazy. Now, Ian, do you think Ian's a good friend or a cockblock?
He is, I think, especially as we older, I think he's like the older work friend you have who's kind of an asshole.
Not a good friend to Bear.
No, he's not a good friend of Bear.
Do
Like,
you think he's a good friend to Nikki?
no.
Because he has that part where he's like, well, it seems like she's going through a mental break and you're taking advantage of it.
Because no, because his concern is like she's going into break because of like they were hooking up. And now it's weird that they're doing this. Like that's where he's like his brain is going.
Well, then that's a whole nother, like, that's a whole new layer to Bear's story, right? Because that's like, now you have this boy who's seemingly not as fucked as Bear, and he's like, this woman's having a mental breakdown over my penis,
I think Ian
which is entitlement.
and the whole him hooking up with Nikki is like Nikki's not who we know she is. Like she's like for 2 years she was hooking up with Ian, you know?
She's a whole person outside of what Bear
Exactly. And
knows.
so like
Yeah.
we introduce her as this like um what's what I'm looking for? Manic pixie dream girl.
Hmm.
And it's like, no, she's been hooking up casually with this guy for 2 years and keeping it a secret from everybody. And this guy's been kind of like not playing in his face, but trying to like,
It's
not,
shady.
yeah, like he's not leaning into it, but he's like, oh, she's into me. He even says like she was kind of staring at both of us when you said she was staring at us. So it could have
Well,
been
he also
me.
takes every moment he can to be like, no, no, no,
Yes.
no, no, no. So at first, I was taking it as like, maybe he's trying to be a good friend to both of them. But then as we learn more about him, it gets like a little, but I don't know. He could be just like a flip side of the nice guy because he's presenting his concern as like, well, I'm concerned about Nikki. And he's not. And he's concerned about the lack of attention he's getting. But then I have to bring it back to a real world moment, a real life situation, and I will wrap up my analysis with this. The horror of this movie is when women lose all autonomy,
Yeah.
whether that be their rights or just being seen as play toys for
Yeah.
men. Now, while this movie is obviously about like consent and women losing autonomy, part of that in a real life setting is women losing their rights to like abortion and reproductive health, which famously we have recently.
Unfortunately, it's
Um,
really upsetting.
And even just like the resources that providing those things, like Planned Parenthood being targeted and taken down. So this movie and the horror that it's channeling to freak you out is a product of the society of which we live. Crazy. So when you strip you strip women of everything they have that gives them rights and consent and everything, you end up with this. So all y'all little freaks that are obsessed,
At least for like
obsessed.
the stuff you want is this. Like, this is what some weird creeps are looking for is this.
Well, also these little freakies that are obsessed with getting control and getting what they think they deserve. So a man that thinks he deserves the love of a golden retriever in a woman, um, you will do that at the risk, at the ruining of another person's life. Like they straight up don't care. It is about what they want, which again comes down to like, maybe doesn't come down to, but is heavily related to pro-life, pro-choice. Doesn't really matter where you fall on that argument. You can do what you want and think what you want, but your opinion shouldn't control what another woman gets to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally like not a choice that, unless you're in the situation making the choice, is simply not a choice that you need to make. So why are you making the choice? When you enforce that control onto someone else, reducing someone to that love, adoration, emptiness that you're looking for, and all these people that are the ones doing that and are the loudest about it are the bears. They're the ones that know that it's happening and are not helping, i.e., none of y'all are fostering children.
Mm-hmm. This is a slight tangent from that. People are taking the bears of the world. Are
Yes.
you aware of Alex Myers?
I feel like I know that name. Is he
Alex
the
Alex Myers is a YouTuber who does like movie like reviews,
movie? Yep,
recaps
yep.
kind of things. And it's all he does like his own little animations for it. Like that's just kind of his vibe. And he got heavy flack for this movie
Yeah.
because, and I don't know if you've seen his video, and it's where I think a lot of like guys just like are so stupid. But because Bear's not like a, oh, I'm gonna grab her on the side of the road, yada yada. Like that's not his energy. They like, to his credit, he's not doing this. Like he's not like that bad of a guy. But I'm like, no, he's a bad fucking guy who is objectified in this woman and is fine taking away her rights and autonomy for his own enjoyment. To the
Mm-hmm.
very end, he was fine taking away her autonomy for his own enjoyment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I believe that guy also tries to make the point that Bear is the one being taken advantage of, and that she's R-wording him.
I don't think that was him, but maybe I'm wrong. I watched half the video and called it. I said, this is stupid.
I watched commentary on it. I didn't watch his video, but I believe, and I could be wrong, so forgive me if I am, but I do believe I saw some things where he was going so far as to say that if anyone's being taken advantage of and abused, it's Bear, because he got with her under false pretenses of her father dying.
Yeah.
Which means he was the one that was ahead.
I disagree with that entirely.
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But so yeah, you force your opinion onto others, you take away all their possible resources, economic, in real world, you take away economic resources like Planned Parenthood that can assist you. In the movie, Bear takes away any like safety net Nikki could have, because now everyone thinks that she's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody's like, we need to help her. And then you know the problem and you don't do anything to help. You just keep facilitating the problem, i.e., take away birth control, don't foster children, or you scream, Nikki, act like Nikki, act like Nikki.
Yep.
Beyond that, I really went on a tangent in my notes. I really got on like a women's reproductive health tangent. Anyways, Ben, this movie is about men not respecting women and not giving them autonomy or rights. It also, I think, kind of touches on like how common constant objectification of women is in the media and how that creates these little monsters, and shows what happens when we validate boys will be boys, because Bear's allowed to just do this shit.
Yeah, and he feels like it's normal.
Yep. And so, Ben, that means it's time for reviews.
Yay! What do you think?
What would you rate it?
What would you rate it? I always go first. You go first.
I think I would give it 7 out of 9.
I was gonna say 7 out of 9 lives too. It's really good. The acting's phenomenal, but it is a
It
movie
is.
where the second it starts, you know everything's going to happen.
I don't think I know everything that's going to happen,
I think no,
but
I think that if you could predict the whole movie from that first trivia scene.
I wouldn't say every detail. I wasn't going to predict her moving with flowers like
Okay, we're
this or
not going to
making
do
a cat
details,
sandwich.
but obviously the second that all happens, like, oh, okay, so obviously Sarah's going to get killed for having a crush on Bear. Ian's
I
probably
didn't
going to
expect
die
that.
because obviously you have to. And then it's going to end, especially when they brought in the, oh, you to die for the wish to be ended. Oh, he's dying. Like, it's not like this movie goes anywhere unpredictably, but everything
Okay.
it does really well. Like,
I
it's not groundbreaking, in my opinion,
no.
but still very well made.
Very well made. Acting's great. I like the story that it's like the tale it's warning us against, the behavior it's calling out. I don't know what itch was not scratched, but it something was left to be desired for me, and I really don't know what. It might have just been because I knew so much about it going in, so I wasn't like shook
Yeah.
when I watched it. With that,
Okay.
what is our text review for Letterbox?
I can't believe he ruined trivia night.
I like it. And that means, Ben, it's time for
Voices from the void.
So I found one review and I liked it, but I'm not going to give the name of the person who said it because their comment thread was full of drama and they ended up turning off the comments threads because of how ignorant people were
Oh
being.
my goodness.
So this review said, awesome movie about how rapists should kill themselves.
I've seen that review and I agree.
And
That's all.
a lot of
Where's the
people
hot
had a
take
lot
in
to
that?
say.
Where's the hot take in that? I'm sorry. Where's the hot take in that?
The hot take is that Bear isn't a rapist.
Do people say that? Because he
Mhm.
explicitly is. That's fucked up.
No, they did. A lot of people say that.
Oh
And
my.
that he's a victim. And outside of that, we have Jacob Ravencroft, who gave it a 4.5 on Letterbox, and said, I cannot fucking believe the amount of rapey reviews I've been reading on here. People wanting the one wish Willow sticks to do the same thing to their crush. People writing stuff like, my steak is too juicy and my lobster is too buttery, directed at Bear for not doing Nikki even worse. Nikki has no free will. The director himself has even said that Nikki's victimhood is supposed to be just as important as her being terrifying. How are you going to have a main actor, main actress, supporting actor, and actress, and even the fucking director say Bear's the villain, but people still say he's not? Nikki was not into Bear before he spelled her. She did not consent to having sex with him. You can see it in her
Regardless
eyes
if she
that she's
was, like,
trapped.
I mean, who even cares if she was into him beforehand?
Right.
That plays no
You
fucking
can
role.
You can see it in her eyes that she's trapped while he's raping her. When we hear the real her, she's literally begging him to put her down because she can't take the pain of what he's put her through. He only tried to free her from the curse that he put on her when it began affecting him so that he could escape. If this post applies to you, fuck you. Not forgiven, not forgotten.
Because I'm gonna say, I think honestly, the a world where she is into him is a worse, like scarier.
Yeah, it's just like a man
Because
taking his automatic permission to
yes,
do whatever he
because even
wants.
if she was into him, he still like because they play with that like the idea of her possibly being into him by having the two shots.
Yeah.
But he still does all this shit, even if she was into him. And it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't justify or like be like, it's okay what you did because he was too scared to actually do it, he took away her autonomy.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And so that is why I said this movie is more of a litmus test to where we are as a, society on how men view consent. And that is why I said the men are failing because so many of
Too
these
many.
reviews
I
and
do remember people being
discussions.
like it being questionable if Bear was the villain. Like I was hearing that kind of rhetoric before I watched the movie. I watched it, so what y'all talking about? It's 100%. It's 100%. It's not even subtle.
Yes. No. And I included one palette cleanser review just to send us off on a lighter note. So this is from Maiko, who gave it 4.5 on Letterbox and said, this is the same shit Timothy Chalamet did to Kylie Jenner. I just can't prove it.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Holy cow.
And then, are you ready to learn what we're talking about next?
I am. So next week, what are we doing?
Okay, so
I propose
a
sunshine.
reminder, our options were Sunshine, The Shrine, or The Omen.
It's gonna be the
What do you think
Omen.
won?
I think it's the Omen, but I wish it was sunshine. I didn't vote. I forgot to.
It was the OG Omen. What can you do? What can you do? And hey, bud, I don't know about you, but I didn't think of anything to pitch.
Yeah, because you thought that would be like another. Because you're bad at the timings.
Yeah, I just don't understand my own schedule. It's time to pitch, bitch.
All right, am I starting?
Always.
I want to pitch the host. Yes, right, yup, the
Okay.
host.
Okay. Okay.
If you're not familiar with the
Mm-hmm.
host, because why would you? I think it's from 2008, and it's a
I'm familiar with the host.
it's a the Korean horror film.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've never seen it in one go.
Did I make you watch it with me?
You were watching it, and I was around.
I love Host. The Host. It is a like I guess a monster, like a creature feature from Bong Joon-ho
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
about a giant fish monster created
Uh-huh.
through like nuclear testing or something. Because of government's actions, we now have a giant fish monster who goes on a rampage, and it's about a family trying to like come back together after it happens. After this fish like appears and eats one of like the family members.
Uh-huh.
And it's so good, and I'm sure there's a lot I just don't understand about South Korea in it,
Uh-huh.
but it's so fun. And the fish is so good. I love the
Is
host.
the fish so good?
The fish is
Like it looks so good?
it looks so good. Behaviorally, it's
Okay.
not good. It does eat like
Okay.
more than one children.
Well, right. Well, you love that, so I can see why
I
you want
do
to watch this
respect when
movie.
you kill a kid. I do respect it when you kill
Mm-hmm.
a kid.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pitch one that's gonna bring it back to the early days of our podcast, Ben. And I'm gonna pitch 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That's a good one.
Thanks. For listeners who don't know, go back and watch our episode covering or listen to our episode covering Cloverfield. We weren't even video yet.
We
And we
weren't
had
video then?
so much no. And we had so much fun. We love talking about Cloverfield.
I love
Now, let me tell
Cloverfield.
you what I
Clover?
remember.
Shout out Clover.
We love Clover. She is the diva. The moment. What I remember about 10 Cloverfield Lane is that his name escapes me, but he is Sully from Monsters Inc.
Yes, okay, it's so crazy you'd say that because he's so good. It's John Goodman.
John Goodman. Right. John Goodman kidnaps somebody. A lady, I think.
Yes, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Hey, he kidnaps her. And he's like, we got to stay down here because the end of the world is coming. There's like aliens and shit. And like, he's supposed to be crazy, except Clover exists.
Slow your roll. Because it's also questionable whether or not that's happening or not. This movie is very good at like, is this happening?
It makes Cloverfield questionable?
Have you not? You've seen 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, I saw it before I watched Cloverfield. Years ago.
The whole point is you aren't sure what's happening. Like
But
that.
I want to wait. Does my diva Clover come back?
No.
Well, I'm still pitching it. I want to learn more about it, and I want to watch it and
You
process it and
Clover's
relate it to
only in
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield.
Huh. What a waste!
I don't think she's not in Cloverfield Paradox either.
Well, I certainly haven't seen that, but I'm gonna bring it back to old school days and pitch 10 Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane is a solid choice.
And our staple this week, as we talked about earlier, is It. And now I will leave it to Ben if we're doing like the old It or the newer
The
It.
newer It. We're not gonna do the old. I mean, we're gonna do the newer It just because like.
Okay. I appreciate that.
The older It wasn't even a full movie. It was like a mini series that appeared on TV. But it's like still like it's like 2-episode miniseries, I think. I don't remember. I don't think it's more than that, but it wasn't. It's not great. Especially
Okay,
part
well, we're
2.
gonna do the new
Not
one
great.
with Bill Skarsgård in it.
Yes.
So
Yes. If
well, that's
it's
what we're
picked.
Right. So reminder, your options are The Host, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and It, Bill Skarsgård version.
Part 1.
Part 1. Then we did it. I don't have any cute quips from this movie because it's. Oh wait, no!
The episode's over.
The episode is over. You should follow us, subscribe on your preferred podcast platform, and share with your friends and your family and whoever else. It really helps us out, gets us a little more traction, and the more of you there are, the more power you have in what we do. So, follow, like, share, subscribe. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd at the number 9 LHC Pod, Facebook and YouTube at the number 9 Lives Horror Club. You can check out our subreddit at r/the number 9 Lives Horror Club.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know in the poll if you think Nikki saying the whole "Do you like me?"
I would say,
whatever.
does Nikki like bear? It'd just be a good poll.
Guess is Nikki
To break
like
it down,
bear,
to make it
yes, no.
simpler, does Nikki like bear?
Let us know. And if you are listening because we featured one of your reviews in a previous episode, go ahead and drop a little ghosty in the comment section below. And we will see you next week for the OG, the Omen.
Which should have been sunshine, but I digress. Okay.
I'm sorry. Sunshine should stay. Keep it in rotation. So stay spooky.
And
And
we'll
we will
see
see
you
you next
next time.
time.
Goodbye.
Bye.